drain cabling, and video analysis, just $97. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning, Sacramento. I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. The NBA Western Conference Finals begin today, and it's a replica of the 2020 matchup. The Lakers head to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. Also for tonight, we have the NBA Draft Lottery, and Kings fans get a year off. Finally, Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number one overall pick. For tomorrow, the Heat take on the Celtics in Boston. Miami is the first 8th seed in almost a quarter century to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Tip-off for that game is also at 5:30 p.m. Those are the headlines. Let's start the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Well, you know, we usually do celebrity birthdays at the end, and we will. But I think it's only right that we shout out our guy who is not here right now, Jason Ross.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Jason. He is old. And he's doing exactly what middle-aged men or women should do with their birthdays, these birthdays, and go be golfing. That's what he's doing right now. He's up in Oregon right now, Bandon Dunes, where
is that like your rite of passage into middle age is golf?
Kind of, I think so. Golf, cards, taking out
cards.
Yeah, like playing cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like trading cards.
No, although
like that's your passage into second grade.
Like, am I middle aged? I'm into cards.
I mean, I am. If I had more of a disposable income, I'm going to be honest, I would be wasting a lot of money on trading cards.
Oh, for sure. What else are passages to middle age? Let's see.
What's the colon cleanse? Get your colon checked?
I feel like no.
I feel like yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like behavioral, but that's where different fun doctor's appointments start showing up. Yeah,
falling asleep in your chair,
definitely, yes.
What's like the thing on TV as like fall asleep to? That's like your rite of passage in middle age. Really?
That's what I fall asleep to. The West Wing and old. I fall asleep to West Wing. And I fall asleep to old Alton Brown Good Eats episodes. You have to fall asleep to something.
I thought you were a Bob Ross guy.
Oh, I am. I'm sorry. You're right. I actually haven't watched Bob Ross in a while. But yes. But it's something that you have to have seen, with the exception of Bob Ross. It's something you have to have seen like 100 times so that you're not into it.
Sure.
Like I can't fall asleep watching Succession or watching some new run show.
Something where you're actually following the storyline as it's happening.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It has to be background noise, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fall asleep to TV, but I do have one of those Nat sound machines that I fall asleep to. Is that in the same range?
I feel like that's kind of new age. Like
new age. Yeah, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Got me a Nat sound machine, bro.
I don't think that. I mean, I feel like that's something millennial-ish.
I've never heard the term millennial-ish, but I might steal it.
Yeah, like Nat sound machines. In my day, Nat sound machine was you open your window.
Yes,
and you hear the crickets. That's your Nat sound machine.
Or the air conditioner.
Well, here's the thing. So in my room, like my room it's my daughter and I both. I taught her to call her room her sleep palace, right? So we have a sleep palace.
Nice.
And I have the best purchase I've ever made in my life was $160 on Amazon 7 years ago. And it gave me it's not necessarily a swamp cooler, but I open a window in my bedroom, which we're on the second floor. You open the window, you put the little air conditioner box in there, you shut the window, and then they give you this foam padding to like put on the side so it's insulated. You plug it in and it air conditions. It was $160 6 years ago. It works like a champ. I run it all summer long, and it keeps the hottest room in the house, my bedroom, cool. I can't sleep in warm.
Do you have upstairs?
We do have
Yeah,
upstairs. I can't
okay.
sleep in warm.
Ugh.
So I have the air conditioner on, and then right in front of it, I have a box fan that points directly towards me. It's on my side of the bed.
Nate, write all this down.
My wife, sleeps like a fireball, so she hides from the air conditioning. And then I have a tower fan, right? So I've created this air tunnel. You keep in mind that my window is probably from here to the wall.
Do you wake up with a sore throat every day?
I don't, but sometimes I do wake up with a dry throat. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have that wind blowing on me. But I have, so you have air conditioner into box fan into tower fan. It just brings this wind right on me. Why am I talking about this? I don't know how we got started. And it's
middle-aged stuff.
Oh, middle-aged stuff. Take that type of thing. Taking a huge interest in your yard. I think that's 100% a middle-aged thing. Like, hey, look at those lights. Doesn't that look great? Wow, that thing. Oh, it's just freshly mown grass. I love the smell of it on a Sunday. My daughter on Sunday dinner, when we had family over, my wife noticed that it was cold, because she always does, went over to the thermostat. The thermostat was down to 70. Wow. And that just doesn't happen in my house. We don't keep it there that low. And
keep it around 68.
When I inquired, how did the thermostat get to 70? I'll give my daughter credit. She fessed up. She says, I was hot and I turned it down. And then we had this big lecture about do not ever, ever touch the thermostat. And I was doing it right in front of my dad, who was at dinner, and he's just smiling. And I realized it was this weird circle of life thing, because growing up, I was never allowed to touch a thermostat.
Same.
And I was getting so upset with my daughter, and I realized I'm not really this upset. This is a dad channeling happening right now. Like, you automatically, I think, as a middle-aged dad or just a middle-aged guy, you own the thermostat. Nobody can touch it.
It's sacred.
It honestly, you know what the thermostat is the middle-aged graduate of the stereo in your car. And just as you would not have passengers touch your stereo, you cannot have anyone, family members included, touch your thermostat.
It's so great, because if they do, you'll go into like this whole long thing about the difference between 78 and 79 and why you have it at 78 and not 79.
Well, there's a big reason why I would never have it at 79. My numbers are never tuned to odd, ever, anywhere. You ever go over that thermostat? If it's odd, it's because I haven't noticed it yet.
67 right now.
Is it 67?
Yes.
It won't be after this break. Volume controls, doesn't matter. It will never. I can't. That's
an OCD thing.
Huge OCD thing. I can't. It becomes this buzzing in my head, and I can't concentrate. If anything is visible, that is of even number in the car. That's the great thing about one of my favorite things about my car is it doesn't have a numbers. It has like a bar, a volume bar. So, and that they should adopt that universally, because then you don't have to worry.
But pretty soon it's going to be like, okay, I wanted it like a quarter, but it's a little too far to the right. Don't worry, that'll happen soon. Now that I put it in your head,
it's worth the speeding ticket to get that bar at a nice even amount.
The volume bar?
Yeah, that's what Jay's saying.
Oh, I got. Wait, what?
Never mind.
Did I lose it? What? We were talking about volume bar, and you're talking about speed.
In the car, you said there's a. Oh, not your speedometer. You're talking about for your stereo. I thought you were saying there's like a volume bar that was your speedometer.
Hey, have you heard this joke about the best thing Adam Silver did since he was the commissioner?
A volume bar for your speedometer?
Could you imagine?
Well, I just didn't like. I had a buddy who had like back in the 90s or something. He had like a Buick, and it was so cool. The display for the speedometer, it wasn't the wheel. Mm-hmm. It was like bar graphs.
Yeah,
that would go up with the number up top.
They were really trying things. They were like, let's figure this out. Yeah.
My dad in the early 90s had his midlife crisis car. He had a Nissan 300ZX.
That's such a cool car.
86.
Cool
It was super
It
cool.
was
And
a
I just
cool
remember
car.
it was one of the first things, it was the first digital speedometer I ever saw. I
Yes.
just thought that was amazing.
The Hondas in the night. Honda Prelude had the reflective dash on the mirror.
Yeah.
I had two Honda
that
Preludes,
is
my
the
first two
future.
cars.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a great. All of them are great.
There's a lot of
All
cars.
wheel steering.
I wouldn't say standard, but I've seen my last car had the reflection on the windshield, which I mean, eventually, listen, before we by the time our kids are or future kids are our age, the whole windshield's just going to be a display, and you're not going to, it's going to be self-driving. You're going to say, take me to work, and then you're going to turn on, YouTube TV and watch whatever while you're in the car and lean back. And you know what I'm saying? Like none of this. And people that drive are like old school. I like to go out and drive by myself on a Sunday in my antique 2015 Geo Metro. Do they even make Geos anymore?
I don't
right?
think Geo's been a thing for 20 plus years.
Geo is Chevy, and they don't do
And
that
Saturn
anymore.
is not a thing either, right?
No.
Anymore.
It went longer than you'd think, but yeah,
Yeah.
those are some ugly cars.
I mean, hey, Geo Metro. Hey, buddy.
Not Geo, Saturn.
Oh, Saturn.
Geo's,
Yeah, those are
the
rough.
Geo Tracker's cool.
My
Saturn had a sports car. Remember that wasn't like
Yes.
the worst looking thing in the
Did
world.
they have a convertible?
The Solstice or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a convertible. I just remember the
Yeah.
sports car.
I had a white Geo Metro from Daniel's Cleaners that I used to work for in Minneapolis that got me all around the greater Minnesota area in wintertime with all my carpet cleaning gear in the back. And let me tell you, I'll always have a soft spot for those. Speaking of old school, calling in to find my next appointment and then going through a Hudson map, which is our like Rand McNally guide to map your way through.
Nope. I remember having to use the Rand McNally my first job out of high school.
Imagine.
It's a skill set that is no longer needed, but boy, was it a great skill set to have 20 years ago.
Imagine not having GPS.
I know.
We'll take a break.
Yeah, you used to have to actually map out my stuff. It was weird.
You put a little left and right. Yeah, screw that noise. When we get back, listen, guys, we got a big show for you today. Post Malone tickets coming your way. August 15th, Toyota Amphitheater. I'm going to this show. Join me, won't you? We'll all go to Post Malone together. Also, we're going to talk about the latest with the A's. We got basketball starting tonight. And some rumors galore, including with your Sacramento Kings and who might be joining them next year. If Vegas has anything to say about it. It's Jay Mars, Nate Littlefield, Carmichael Dave. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports. It's Cattles and Rami.
I'm having a day, too. I can tell. Walking through Capitol Park today, people with their dogs off leash, and I yell at them, and they have the audacity to act incredulous like I'm the jerk. And then I had some shrimp in the fridge to defrost, and there's a hole in the bag, shrimp juice everywhere, dude. And then I get here, and my computer's not working. I don't know if it's about the laptop or the day preceding the
it's
laptop.
not about, it's everything.
Mirable.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Spring officially here. And with the long, cold, and rainy winter behind us, I'm sure you're counting the days until summer, but don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioner is working efficiently and, most importantly, safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from American Energy Heat and Air. There's nothing worse than your air conditioner going out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today and make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call, 916-520-9990, or schedule your appointment online at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Better Business Bureau, A+ rating. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Easy, convenient payment options, same as cash, low monthly payments through financing partners. What do you need? 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
The text line is open at 916-339-1140 from the 916-6 676-972-7375-7779. I don't know what it is.
I thought you were reading their phone number.
Nope.
I thought you
doxing
were.
them.
I thought you were reading figure skating scores.
I'm literally reading the text that just
That's
came through.
definitely figure skating scores. Who won?
The Russian judge. You could tell that was a 6-7.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I assume that text wasn't to us. Guys,
What time was it at?
Oh, it was 4 minutes ago.
It was definitely us.
Guys, have you ever seen Battered Bastards of Baseball on Netflix? Great documentary. I've never even heard of it. Wow.
Samesies.
Put that on the radar.
I don't have Netflix right now, so.
What? Well, you better get Netflix, or you better save your money for Netflix, and you better get Peacock, which I'm amazed we can say that on the air.
So I need to save my money for Netflix to get Peacock?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Don't get Netflix. Save your money for Peacock, because they are getting their first ever exclusive NFL playoff stream, January 13th, Saturday night wildcard game. Nate, did you put this together at all?
No.
I don't have. You say that it's going to be January 13th and it's a game, but who's playing? Can we get that info, please?
Yeah. I hope it's not the Niners. I'll say that.
You don't have the Peacock?
Yeah.
No, I don't have the Peacock.
You don't know who's playing January 13th in the playoffs. Okay.
Not yet.
Whomever it is.
Good grammar.
This segment is not about, hey, Peacock's got the first ever exclusive wildcard game. It's about streaming starting to get out of control. And I'm an early adopter. I have YouTube TV. I stream everything. Like,
I don't count YouTube TV as streaming.
I mean, it's your cable service.
Exactly.
And I think YouTube TV, and on top of that, the invention of the Roku, the Fire Stick, whatever you use, the dongle, basically, has just made TV so portable. You can put a TV anywhere, dude. As long as you have a plug-in Wi-Fi, you can put a TV anywhere. You can take it on the road. You can put a TV on the side of your house. It doesn't matter. And I love that. I love that because I still remember the day where, like, if you had DirecTV, you had to spend like $250 and then like another $20 per month to get a bridge. And that still had to be plugged in so that it could grab the DirecTV signal. This is simplified TV. And this isn't one of those technologies getting out of control things. It's one of those technology is awesome. And they've done a lot of great stuff. But it's now getting ridiculous, dude, where you have YouTube TV, but you need HBO Max. And then you have to get Warner's new thing, whatever that is, and Netflix, as you mentioned, and now Peacock for an NFL playoff stream. Here, honestly, we're not that far away from just going pay-per-view on everything. And I'm not entirely sure that I would hate that model.
I have some strong opinions on this.
Yeah.
Same.
I think we are, you say pay-per-view, we're going full circle. We're going back to cable, where I think streaming service, this has already happened with Disney. I know that they're a monopoly pretty much, but they have ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus, and they sell that as a package.
They bundle
Everything's going to be a package deal eventually,
Yeah.
and it's just going to be cable again. And it's not an original thought by me, but it's something that is, we're right there. People have been talking about it for a long time.
And this is kind of akin to, let's just use the NFL, as an example here, is it was a big deal in the late 80s when they signed the Sunday Night Football deal. They split it between, I think, ESPN and it was one of the Turner stations, right? Remember, that was a big deal. How are you going to watch the Sunday Night Football game if you don't got cable? Well, you got to get cable.
It's a fair play.
This is kind of the same thing, right? How are you going to watch the football game if you don't have Amazon on Thursdays or Peacock for these? You got to buy these subscriptions now.
Imagine a system where what I would love is, let's say we pay, I don't know, I'm just throwing out a round number, $100 a month for our cable and movie, whatever. What would be cool would be, what I'd love is you put that out there and then now you have $100 to use for that month. And you can just simply go on inside the system and say, okay, well, $62.99 of that's going to be for my YouTube TV every month. Boom. That's on a recurring. And then go through, because this is how the structured tiers work.
So like a la carte?
100% a la carte, where you can just go through and you can maneuver your like, I want HBO Max this month. I want this ESPN game. I want this UFC fight, whatever it may be. And it just bowls down your account. I think I'm fine with a la carte because I don't want to pay an extra.
So it's like a wristband at the state fair, basically.
It kind of is.
These are the rides I want to go on.
Yeah.
The issue with that, though, is that it sounds great. Like, it sounds great to the consumer, But as the company, have you guys seen the ads for apps and stuff that go through your payments and delete subscriptions you forgot about?
Yes.
They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to remember what you're subscribed to.
That's exactly right.
They're never going to do anything like that because it's too user friendly. It's too wallet friendly.
Well,
I think the larger point in all of this, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it, is it's basically these pro leagues, and again, we'll focus in on the NFL because that's what we're talking about. These are just huge cash grabs for them, and it's completely, they do not care about the consumer at all.
No, what happens here is Peacock, NBC Universal, pays the NFL a massive amount of money. Now, understand this too. We were joking about it at the beginning of the segment, but obviously, we don't know who's playing January 13th. That's a playoff game. So if you're NBC, it's gambling in a sense because that playoff game could be
the best one of the whole wild card series. It could be the best one of
the whole wild card series. It could be, I don't know, Pittsburgh and Jacksonville, right? Yeah. You know, something, okay, whatever. Or it could be Dallas and Philadelphia, whatever it may be. And what Peacock does is it's just a mathematic.
I think they're gonna, it's an NFL playoff game. They know they're gonna make money from it no matter what.
I mean,
it doesn't matter what game it is.
Remember early last year, all we were talking about was, man, how are people gonna find Amazon, especially the older generation, all that. Look at Amazon's numbers for those Thursday night games, which are usually crap. They were great.
Yes, they were.
People will find the NFL.
To your point, and I told this story a couple years ago. I had found out, and when I say recently, because it was 2 years ago, that I was still being charged $1.99 a month on my Netflix account for the ability to exchange DVDs through the mail.
Oh, jerks.
This had been happening, I figured out, since 2005. Now, it's just $2 a month, but that's $24 a year times what was at the time 15 years. It all adds up. Billions upon billions upon billions of dollars a year in this country alone are spent on things and subscriptions you signed up for that you just forget to cancel. You don't use, and not everybody is like my dad and peruses his credit card statement every month. So what Peacock is betting on is they pay the NFL, whatever, $100 million for this game. And not only is it going to up their brand, but you're going to get all these new subscribers now that have to subscribe. Yep. And guess what they're not going to do? They're not going to do what you all should do, which is anytime you do a free trial or anything like that,
end it immediately.
Put it in your calendar. Put an alarm for the day before the trial expires and then cancel that sucker, preferably with instructions on how to in the calendar. People don't do that. And next thing you know, it's 10 years later and you realize, oh my God, we've had Peacock for 10 years.
Just did some math for you. That cost you $360
for something I never used.
You could have bought a new video game console with that money.
And that's money I'll never see back. And now imagine how many morons like me do that and how many morons like me have other stuff like that as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, Aaron Judge controversy, legit controversy. Andy Dolich weighs in on the A's situation. And the home run derby meets Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. We'll talk about all this. I love this next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports. Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Hand off McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feel super, baby! The five-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
on your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Quick Quack Car Wash.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday. We're out the door to a comfortable start. Enjoy it because today is going to run much warmer for the afternoon. Bright sunshine, a light north wind. Highs today in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Discover the shinier, stronger car wash experience with the new ceramic duck, only at Quick Quack Car Wash. Try our premium wash at 50% off by texting DUCK to 41284. You are going to look spectacular. Text DUCK to 41284.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Family-owned Clark & Rush, celebrating 60 years of serving Sacramento. It's time to convert your gas water heater and furnace to electric. Just turn to the experts at Clark & Rush and Carrier. We electrify more homes than any other contractor in Sacramento. Plus, we'll help you get up to $6,500 in utility rebates. We'll even do the paperwork. Call or visit clark-rush.com.
Smart energy savings is what we do. Clark and Rush.
Call 916-245-2829.
Quick Quack Car Wash is excited to announce Ceramic Duck, the stronger, shinier, luckier car wash experience that can only be found at Quick Quack. Their new Ceramic Duck car wash provides unparalleled protection from dirt, grime, rain, and UV rays while giving your car a noticeably deeper shine and smoother finish. With consistent use, you'll build a shine that will have you looking spectacular for days. Try the premium wash at 50% off by texting DUCK to 41284. So come on, experience Ceramic Duck today. You and your car will be glad you did.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Nothing tastes better than a craft beer on a beautiful afternoon. Sunrise Marketplace is transforming the Sunrise Mall parking lot into a backyard hangout on May 20th. There will be craft breweries, home brewers, cideries, meaderies, food trucks, and backyard games. This will be one of the best events happening this year. Tickets are on sale now at shopsmp.com. Use discount code HBREW23 for $5 off general admission. Every ticket helps support Citrus Heights Heart and Citrus Heights Chamber of Commerce.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, as the A's continue to search for the right combinations after a tough start, one of the newcomers is outfielder J.J. Bleday. Drafted 4th overall by the Marlins out of Vandy back in 19, dealt to the A's in the offseason in the A.J. Puck deal, and so far so good. In his first 6 games as an Athletic, Bleday was batting .364 with a couple of home runs. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Tonight we have the NBA Draft Lottery, and Kings fans get a year off. Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio are all tied for the best odds for the number 1 overall pick. We also have the Western Conference Finals tonight, and it's a replica of the 2020 matchup. The Lakers head to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off for that game is at 5:30. For tomorrow, the Heat take on the Celtics in Boston. Miami is the first 8th seed in almost a quarter century to make the Eastern Conference Finals, second only to the Knicks. Tip-off for that game is also at 5:30. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, here we go. Take the reins, Nate. Littlefield, safe or out?
Number 1, Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs last night in Toronto. He looked to be glancing towards the Yankees dugout during his at-bats. Safe or out? Judge might be doing a little bit of quote-unquote astroing.
Okay, so we're asking if Aaron Judge is cheating.
Cheater.
If the Yankees are giving him signs. Now, it's not cheating. Listen, if there's no electronic devices or whatever, and a pitcher has a towel, and somebody in the dugout's communicating the towel, that's not cheating. Let's just be clear about that. That's good baseball. It's not going to make other teams happy, but get rid of the towel. If there's electronic issues, and the Yankees, by the way, have a history with this as well, just not as documented as the Astros. If you haven't seen the video, see the video, because it's weird. Like, he straight does the shifty eye.
Yeah.
All the way to his right.
Multiple times.
And we'll have to grab the audio. The announcing team, they're trying to be really careful. They're like, we don't want to throw around accusations, but this is weird. And then he just goes jackaroni and cheese to center field about a mile. Too bad Jason's not here to defend his guy.
I have a theory on this.
Yeah, please.
Is Aaron Judge married?
I don't think.
I don't know if there's a Mrs. Judge.
All right. Well, if he's married, he could have been eyeing maybe a beautiful person in the crowd.
Wait, if he is married?
Yeah, and he's trying to do it slyly.
Oh,
and then that was the motivation for him to hit a home run.
He is married. His wife's name is Samantha.
This conspiracy's coming together.
If you guys want, there's a article by People all about Samantha Braxiak.
Okay. Well,
she's a lot shorter than him.
I don't know, man. In baseball,
safe or out? Make a call.
Yeah, I'm gonna say out until proven safe.
Okay, I'll take it then.
Yeah,
safe.
You're saying he's cheap.
Here's why. At first, I was like, there's got to be some reason, possibly. I was trying to make an excuse for him. Did you see what he said was the reason in the post?
I did.
The dugout was chirping at him.
Yeah.
I'm like, your dugout? Usually it's the other dugout that's doing the chirping, not your own team while you're at the plate.
So I sit out and I stick by it because you got to be careful with this stuff. But let me just also say my general rule is anytime I even think somebody in baseball is cheating, they're cheating.
Yeah.
Because everybody in baseball cheats.
That's where I'm landing on this.
This is a guy who hit 900 home runs last year. Like, dude, come on. Eventually By the way, Sacramento's Aaron Judge.
Yes.
Let's not forget. Born in Sacramento.
I'm going to say safe and kind of in the same vein as you, but mine is guilty till proven innocent.
Remember when I sent you or I read that text with those random numbers?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're both idiots. Somebody was just sending me odd numbers.
Oh.
That's what it was.
What a jerk.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good prank. That's a very good prank.
Well played. Number 2.
Safe or out?
Legendary sports consultant Andy Dolich called the A's situation in Vegas an enigma, wrapped in a mystery, shrouded by binding agreements that aren't binding. Safe or out? There's still a fair amount of hope that the A's will screw this up in Vegas.
I'm going to say out. The only reason there's any hope is because it's the inept John Fisher and friends. This is all just going to come down to this legislative session. And once again, sports fans have to watch the product off the floor, or should I say field rather than on the field, because it's far more interesting. If they're not completely out the door, but like 1 foot, the only reason we're even having this conversation is because they happen to still be playing in Oakland. If they get this, the things that they've done, they've secured the site. They've come to an agreement with the culinary union, like all the boring stuff. this is the stuff that happens before a move. By the way, the A's had 2,064 fans
saw that
in attendance last night. That's 4% of their seating capacity. It's the least amount of fans at a home game in over 40 years. By the way, Oakland Soul, the new Oakland women's soccer club, drew 5,000 fans for its inaugural home match just 10 miles away. And point being, and thanks to Joe Pompliano on Twitter for putting this together, it's not the fans. Oakland likes sports. It's this inept, terrible franchise.
Yeah, and because they're so inept, I'm going to give this one a safe that I do think there's a fair amount of hope that the A's will screw this up. When you look at, and I know, and I've had to go do my own research on this. Funny. Nevada legislature works way differently than California. Obviously, California tries to make it damn near impossible for anybody to do anything here. Nevada's the complete opposite.
That's correct.
But boy, are they just slamming this deal down the state's throat. Like, here it is. Put the bill together in a week because that's super good. I don't know, man. There's just still a lot of question marks I have. There's still a lot of answers that are just not there.
Yeah.
And they're trying to do this in such a fast amount of time. And it's the A's. I still think there's a chance. I'm telling you there's a chance. I'll go safe.
Number 3.
Safe or out?
Bills quarterback Josh Allen took part in Blue Jays batting practice yesterday. He hit 4 home runs. Safe or out? The MLB should consider adding Josh Allen to the home run derby this year.
I'm going to say out because why would they add Matt Barkley, who had 5? They had all 3 of the Bills quarterbacks.
Okay. Can I tell you exactly why? Can I cross-examine this?
Nobody cares about Matt Barkley.
I was just going to say, you're putting together a commercial promoting the home run derby. What's going to get more eyes, Josh Allen or Matt Barkley?
Well, it's so funny because the headline said Barkley hits 5, and I was like,
Charles?
That would be pretty amazing. Okay, but in all, whether it's Josh Allen or whatever, I'm actually going to say safe. Here's the thing. How great let's have a celebrity home run contest at the All-Star game. It doesn't just have to be Josh Allen. It could be whoever, but people that can hit home runs. Right. I don't want to see Bilbo Dingle Dong go up there and not be able to get past second base.
He was great in that one movie.
He was wonderful.
Home run derby.
Let's get some actual true blue celebrities up there, athletes that can just go.
Can you name one? Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, those are...
Yeah,
those are baseball players.
Those are baseball players. Yeah, but they're NFL guys.
Listen,
Danny Ainge.
I'm not. Yeah, maybe a little old for Danny Ainge, but yes, former Blue Jays third baseman Danny Ainge. No, but let me throw a name out, and it wouldn't be this guy. But for example, someone can The Rock hit a baseball.
I'd like to see Anthony Davis, someone just huge and lanky. That would be cool.
Somebody who gets it and can do that.
You know what? Yeah. I think I found the answer to the best of both worlds. Why don't we make the home run derby a pro-am?
Oh my God, where you have Aaron Judge is teamed up with SZA.
You landed on SZA?
I don't know. I was just trying to think of random stuff. You could have different fences and stuff, obviously.
So Buffalo, New York, Judge and Josh Allen.
Judge and Josh Allen, okay. Oh, you pair them up with their city?
Kind of, you know, it can be regional, but really you don't have to.
Like Pete Alonso and Jay-Z.
Yes.
Let's go with, what would you do?
The thing is, and the celebrities have to wear the entire uniform.
Oh, 100%. Who would you go with the Rockies? Whoever left the Rockies and Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. Tell me that's not super intriguing.
Who'd you go? Mitch Haniger and James Hetfield.
Like I said, I don't think you have to
Barry.
necessarily pick somebody from the city.
I'm just trying. Now that's like a thought exercise.
No, but okay, how about you go Haniger with Trey Lance?
There you go. I mean, there's got to be somebody on the Niners
that can hit daggers.
Yeah, that can hit daggers.
Oh, dude, George Kittle would be perfect for that.
Oh my God. And you know what you do is every celebrity dinger is worth 3.
Yes.
You wait.
Oh, that's a handicap. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Home run derby pro-am.
Yes.
Count me in.
And last rule, okay, so celebrity, amateur / athlete, The jerseys, I love that idea.
Brett Rooker and Too Short.
The handicap. And also, every celebrity pro duo, they have to have a minimum 4-step handshake that they perform at the end of the
and they get ratings for like you just got. Yeah.
That
okay,
actually,
yeah. And that factors into the
they
score.
get a bonus home run.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yep. MLB.
And MLB's 100% going to adopt this because it's cool.
I've been saying MLB needs to hire us for marketing.
Hey, you know what? It couldn't do any worse. Look at us. Here we are. Who'd have thought? Not me. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's imagine a world in which the Phoenix Suns just absolutely destroy everything they've built so far. Isaiah Thomas, the new head coach. There's your headline. We'll discuss next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports. Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Progressive protects more than just your home and car. You could save when you bundle your motorcycles, ATVs, boats, and RVs. Doesn't that sound good? Like the sound of the wind in the trees as your RV sits parked in the forest. Is that the call of the majestic owl? And there's the sound of a tree branch crashing into the roof of your RV. Oof, I guess their nest was in that branch. But you know what does sound good? You're covered with Progressive. So bundle all your vehicles and home in one place and save with the multi-policy discount. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
Nick Cattles reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Start your grilling season right with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers from Green Acres Nursery and Supply. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill, it's turning me into a pro. Just ask my friends that came over a couple weeks ago for my get-together. Napoleon Grills features other grills that just can't match. Built different, built better, built to last. I may never want to cook indoors again. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Go to Napoleon.com for your nearby Napoleon Grills dealer. Napoleon Grills, now is the time for the best selection of grills and fine accessories.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Let Shane and his team at bridgehavenhomes.com take that stress away. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway, Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531. 808-2531.
Hey, it's Trudy over at Bell Brothers, the No Surprise Guys. And we are looking to hire 15 call center reps right now for both long-term positions and seasonal workers. Our starting pay is great, more than you'd expect, with paid training and full benefits that kick in after just 90 days. Health insurance, dental, and vision. Are you getting benefits where you work now? We also guarantee 40 hours a week, so you never have to worry about unexpected small paychecks because you couldn't get the hours. We also offer performance bonuses and plenty of room for growth opportunities in the company. For seasonal workers, we offer the same great pay and paid training, plus flexible hours to fit your schedule. Show up at the Bell Brothers office on Norton Road in Sacramento this Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for an interview. You can find the address and more information at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's thenosurpriseguys.com. Remember, be there at 8 o'clock this Saturday morning. Thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
Just to make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Oh, why this? Maybe it's because the beat's semi-similar, but not really. Do you remember the song New Jack Hustler by Ice-T?
Yes.
I completely forgot about that song.
Why?
Because I hadn't heard it in forever.
Okay.
And then it randomly came on one of my playlists over the weekend. And I think I listened to it like 4 times.
Boy.
People sleep on that song and forget about Ice-T, dude. You can't do it.
Best Ice-T song.
New Jack Hustler.
Really?
That is.
I was gonna say
Colors is, dude.
I like Original Gangsta.
Let me tell you something. Colors is a classic song, and it's the first time I really became aware of Ice-T when I was a kid. Listen to Colors, and then listen to New Jack Hustler. Listen to the lyrics, the beat, the whole thing. It's New Jack Hustler is a perfect rap.
I'm throwing it on my Spotify right now.
Perfect. I'm telling you, you should watch the video, actually. The video is even better.
I love watching
he tells stories amazingly.
Hey, speaking of colors, James Harden might be wearing some New Jersey colors next year and not the old basketball team.
So let's talk about Matt Ishbia as we did yesterday a little bit, the new owner of the Phoenix Suns. Very, very rich man. Played for Michigan State.
Is that kind of implied when you own a basketball team?
Probably, yeah. It's not, exactly. You're not you're not Walmart shopping generally if you own a basketball team. So I look at the things that Matt Ishbia is doing. For example, if you didn't notice in that Nikola Jokic fracas, if you will, that sitting next to Matt Ishbia on his right, our left, was a little guy in a blue suit named Isaiah Thomas. Not our Isaiah Thomas.
I was about to say former King, former Suns legend Isaiah Thomas.
Other Isaiah Thomas. And
other Isaiah Thomas is my favorite.
Right. And you don't have to connect the dots too much. Matt Ishbia grew up in Michigan in the era of the bad boys. It's Isaiah Thomas.
Like sitting next to his hero.
Now, it might be
It's like you owning the Giants and you have Will Clark to your right.
100,000 billion trillion %. And that's where I was going. Dude, if I bought the Giants, my favorite baseball team, the very first special advisor to the owner would be Will Clark. And he would sit next to me and we would hang out and I would pay him an ungodly amount of money so he could pretend to be my friend. That's what I would do. And I would ask him, listen, I would feel a debt to him because of what he meant to me and my sports life. And I would say to Will, or I would probably call him Thrill because that was his nickname.
And you paid for
and
him
we're
to be your
boys,
friend.
exactly. And I'd be like, hey, Thrill, what can I do? Like, what do you want? He'd be like, well, Dave, I want, because that's how he talks. I want to, I want to manage the Giants. Done. Will Clark, new manager. Because that's what you do. That's what you do when you get this toy and you get this access. What does they say? What was it saying? Like all musicians want to be actors and all actors want to be musicians. And by the way, they all want to be athletes. Yet athletes want to be them. There's this crossover. Rich people want to buy access to public relevance.
And also, a lot of those guys that they quote unquote buy friendship. We saw it here, right? when Chris Mullen was a special advisor.
Absolutely.
Chris Mullen was 100% trying to work his way in to be the next head coach of the Sacramento Kings.
Without a doubt. He wanted to be the coach. Remember when Vivek, and that's where we bring it all home, when Vivek bought the team. Who's hanging around Vivek? Roger Craig and Chris Mullen. And then they get together and they hire Pete D'Alessandro. I'll never forget. I was doing the mornings with Keith Brooks, and I don't know where they were, but it was months after they bought the team. Not months, not a year, months. And then I randomly call into the show. Vivek randomly calls into the show. Someone will remember this call. It happened. And they're passing the phone. Hey, here's Mully. Hold on a sec. Hey, Mully. Hey, talk to the radio guys. Hands the phone over to Chris Mullen. Chris Mullen, in his deep New York accent, Chris Mullening, and then back. Hey, V. They're all like nicknaming each other and all that. And,
super cute.
And it was like super fun for the radio, but at the same time, we're all thinking the same thing. Like, oh God, because listen, there is a 2-word term out there that I cannot use on the radio.
Head
but boy,
coach.
would I love to. It starts with star and rhymes with what is it when you corn, when you are taking the if you were a professional corn you remove the corn from the thing, the shell, aren't you?
The husk?
You'd be you're shucking corn, right? Isn't that what it's called, to shuck corn?
Yeah.
So you'd be a shucker.
Or you could be a cross-country trucker.
A star lucker?
There you go. Yes, somebody who lucks into being with Star. Guess what? All new owners, that's who they are. So what we're seeing with Matt Ishbia right now is we're seeing him in his he just popped his ownership cherry stage.
Hey, now.
And hey, I'm having fun. This is great. Hey, IT, because that's probably what he calls him too, even though IT's our IT. Come on over. The fact that you might think that Isaiah Thomas couldn't be the new head coach of the Phoenix Suns, don't rule that out. Don't rule it out.
I'm not, and there's a world I want to live in. Okay, because
so badly.
Here are the reports out right now. Houston thinks James Harden's coming home, right?
Yeah.
But we've also read that the Phoenix Suns want to make a play at James Harden. In my wonderful basketball world that I want to live in, especially as a Kings fan, there is no world that is not a great world that has James Harden starting for the Phoenix Suns next year with Isaiah Thomas as the head coach. As a Kings fan, you're just like, oh, this is wonderful.
If you could make one move to another team, personnel, anything, not to the Kings, so like you can't go, oh, the Kings get Giannis. Would that be your one move, Jay?
No, there's other moves I'd make. There's other poison pills I'd like to put on a few other teams, but that's top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Now here's I'll be the adult in the room. And
why?
Because here's the reality.
Since when?
You were just rhyming.
Here's the reality of the situation. As a Kings fan, I would love nothing more than James Harden to go to Phoenix and Isaiah Thomas to be the new head coach. As a human being.
No, that's where you're
the
going.
last thing I want for the employees of the Phoenix Suns, who just wrapped up years of Robert Sarver in a toxic environment, to have a guy come in as coach who, if you Google Isaiah Thomas, you're generally going to see 2 things. Number 1, or maybe number 2, bad boys, champions, Detroit Pistons. The second thing, Knicks and sexual harassment. The Suns need to...
Folding of the CBA.
Right.
What did he do in Toronto?
There's a long list, dude.
I think he made the playoffs when he was the Pacers head coach.
Once upon a time, Isaiah Thomas was thought of as, hey, this guy can coach a ball club, and maybe he can. And I'm not going to lie, dude. When I grew up, Isaiah Thomas was one of my favorite players. I think ABC did like an ABC like Sunday night movie on Isaiah Thomas growing up in Chicago and like how he grew up and all that, and like that $1 million smile and the whole attitude. Like, I loved Isaiah Thomas, but he has not been a wonderful adult at times.
Do you think he will end up choking his assistant coaches?
Like PJ Carlesimo?
Well, like he did when he was
I got you.
That was Latrell.
Oh, that was Latrell Sprewell. Sorry, I just coach and choking, and and when I think coach and choking, I think Doc Rivers and PJ Carlesimo. Thank you. Hey, by the way, a little lesson for you, because I know you want to make it in this business.
Yes, I'm trying real hard.
When the host is setting up a joke, don't jump on the punchline.
Okay.
You completely screw it up, and now it's going to look like you came up with a punchline, and I get
Oh,
no
could
credit
you
for
imagine?
that super funny joke.
Yeah.
About PJ Carlos.
Oh,
you just screwed the whole.
That's a write-up
You
for
know what
me.
you did? You just drove a Prius right over the segment.
Oh,
Nate
God.
Littlefield, everybody.
Now I'm bleeding all over Danny DeVito.
James,
If I was the owner, Danny DeVito,
Would
me and
be
him
your guy.
courtside, yeah.
James Harden to the Suns, though. Please,
Magnificent.
please,
Magnificent.
please make it happen. Just sit back and watch Matt Ishbia, everybody. By the way, Mark Cuban used to get yelled at because he wanted to stand in the huddles during games when he first bought Dallas. Remember, almost every owner has a story.
Everyone hates that. Like Jerry Jones, everyone hates when he does stuff like that.
They don't care.
Or-
They bought the team.
I guess they have yes men all around them
We
too.
talked about it yesterday. They're
Yep.
institutionalized by their money. Well,
Same thing with George Lucas and Star Wars.
When
Oh boy. Let's just move on.
you don't say stuff like that when we're
Let's
getting we
just
got to get out.
move
Yeah,
on.
because now you got me going, pal.
That's why the prequels are so bad.
Let's just move on.
You think those are good?
When we come back, a segment that is hopefully better than George Lucas writing romance. We'll talk about the NBA draft lottery and the worst things about making the playoffs for Sacramento Kings fans. Don't go away.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports. The Kings season might be over, but Sactown Sports coverage never stops.
We, as a team, have a ways to go. This is something that you want to be able to build off of.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, AutoZone is here to help.
Get in the zone, What if I need a new one?
We have the right batteries right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone. And what if I don't know how to connect it?
No problem. We have a how-to for you at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Quick Quack Car Wash.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday. We're out the door to a comfortable start. Enjoy it because today is going to run much warmer for the afternoon. Bright sunshine, a light north wind. Highs today in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Discover the shinier, stronger car wash experience with the new ceramic duck, only at Quick Quack Car Wash. Try our premium wash at 50% off by texting DUCK to 41284. You are going to look spectacular. Text DUCK to 41284.
Quick Quack Car Wash is excited to announce Ceramic Duck, the stronger, shinier, luckier car wash experience that can only be found at Quick Quack. Their new Ceramic Duck car wash provides unparalleled protection from dirt, grime, rain, and UV rays while giving your car a noticeably deeper shine and smoother finish. With consistent use, you'll build a shine that will have you looking spectacular for days. Try the premium wash at 50% off by texting DUCK to 41284. So come on, experience Ceramic Duck today. You and your car will be glad you did.
M&S Auto Sales is grateful for their many repeat customers. Ask one, and they might say they come back because it's the best car buying experience. Others come back to get the vehicle they want and save a ton of cash on a clean, late model, top-selling vehicle that they can be proud to own. The team at M&S Auto welcomes you, including first-time buyers. El Camino Avenue, just off the Cap City Freeway. MSAutogroup.com.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
How do your clients know that?
Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first.
So wait, you do it because you have to?
No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them.
Get to know them how?
We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better when our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Tomorrow we have the Heat taking on the Celtics in Boston for the start of the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami's the first 8th seed in almost a quarter century to make the Eastern Conference Finals, second only to the Knicks. Tip-off for the game is at 5:30, but tonight we have the Western Conference Finals beginning, and it's a replica of the 2020 matchup. The Lakers head to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off for that is also at 5:30 p.m. And tonight also holds the NBA Draft Lottery, and Kings fans get a year off. Finally, Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number one overall pick. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
We're going to move on because we have stuff to talk about here, but I can't let that go. I will tell you this. The Star Wars prequels have aged well.
Insane of you to say. Insane of you to say.
Here's the problem with the prequels.
The hottest take you've ever had.
Dare I say this? 2 of the 3 have aged well.
Yes, you're right. Here's the problem with the prequels, and let's just get it out of the way. Number one, George Lucas can't write romance. It's cringingly bad.
He can't write.
I thought the Obi-Wan and Anakin romance was done well.
Look at the dialogue in the original trilogy.
He's hot.
You can't say a guy can't write when he's literally created an entire world and saga. Like, at some point, the guy can write. He can vision.
I think that
I should have been clarified. He's very bad at writing dialogue.
George Lucas can't write is one of those, like, we've gone way too far down a Reddit rabbit hole.
I understand where he's not Aaron Sorkin. Okay, I get it. But take Jar Jar Binks out. Take the romance crap out, which you had to have in there, but just let somebody else.
Jar Jar's a scapegoat, by the way. Jar Jar's a scapegoat.
Now that's a raging hot take.
That's a terrible take. Jar Jar.
He's annoying, but it's like it's all politics, trade federation.
Jar Jar's a little more than annoying. Jar Jar.
Yeah, okay.
Jar Jar's incredibly problematic.
Nerds. We're moving on.
But all I'm saying is they covered a lot of ground in the prequels, dude. A lot of ground.
That doesn't mean it's a good movie, but all right, I'm done.
Relax.
Easy, you two.
You.
Revenge of the Sith is
boys,
a bad
keep
movie.
Keep your lightsabers to yourself, and that's a freaking lie. I will come in there and smack you.
I know people love that movie, dude. It is not good.
It's really good.
No, it's not.
We actually have a guy who works for Lucasfilm
in our chat.
Okay.
Go talk to him.
It's not his fault. He didn't make those.
We don't know that. Anyways, speaking of Star Wars,
it's actually kind of fun to watch.
There's a star that's going to be drafted pretty soon, and teams are going to go to war for his rights tonight.
That was a really
lotto.
good.
Thank you. Well done.
That was a really good.
Listen, this is an experience that a lot of us as Kings fans have not had either in a long time or in their entire conscious life. It's one of the two. And that is this type of offseason.
Yeah.
So the worst parts about making the playoffs start tonight because it's the NBA draft lottery, which, dare I say, has been has become a Kings fan tradition. You sit around the television.
It's our Masters.
It is our Masters, and it is the closest sports-wise we get to when you buy a lotto ticket when the Powerball's up, and you allow yourself for a couple days to dream about what would we do if we got the number 1 pick, or heck, the number 2 pick even. And you allow yourself to dream, and then the moments where we've only had one number 1 pick ever. That was Purvis Ellison. Yeah.
He got a Most Improved Player award like 5 years after the Kings drafted him.
Yeah, it was great. Then you have the number 2 pick in Marvin Bagley.
Woohoo!
But when you do move up, it is a wonderful feeling.
It's euphoric.
It's one of the few things in sport. There's nothing that can compare.
It's that moment
moving up,
because you've gone through all the lottery odds. You know your team is either moving up or they're going to pick in one of these 2 spots because someone moved up here or moved back there. So let's go back to last year. And it was like you knew the Kings were like, okay, if they make it through like 9, 8, or 7,
right,
that means they moved up. So you see 9, it's another team.
Or if you see another team that should have been top whatever down below, and you're like, uh-oh, we could have moved up now.
Right.
The whole thing there.
And then you see where your team was supposed to be picked. And it's like that last spot's like, okay, well, 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the Kings. It's like, oh my gosh. And then they keep you through the commercial break and you're like pacing the entire time.
We are live.
Or is that just me?
No, dude, no. There's still video somewhere of when we got the number 2 pick, and I'm running around my backyard because I was on Twitter live screaming that we're going to have Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I remember.
How amazing it is and how great it is and blah, blah, blah. And that didn't work out, by the way. Spoiler alert.
Who'd they draft?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
They drafted Trey Lyles.
Oh.
Is what happened. So we're live and local from 6A to 6P, and we've moved to 4 hours for each show from 3. And we just so happened to do that the summer before. We here at KHTK have been robbed of 3 tent poles of summertime coverage that helps us get through to football, which as a whiny sports talk host pisses me off. Number 1, tonight's draft lotto. We don't care.
We would be doing 4 hours on it this morning.
Well, we would have had, so this would have been the first round of draft experts we would have had on. We'd all be talking about, hey, you know what? Obviously we want Victor Wembanyama. But Scoot Henderson, maybe the Thompson brothers, there's a lot of, we all pretend, Grady Dick, really, his jumper is quite amazing. You could fit it. We're all experts now, even though we don't know anything. So that's number 1. We've been robbed of this.
Also, it's Thompson twins.
Well, what'd I say?
Thompson
brothers. You're right. The Thompson twins. Thank you. We've been robbed of this. Number 1. Number 2. We then are robbed of the NBA draft. Now, granted, we're going to watch the lotto tonight because it'll be interesting to see who gets Wembanyama.
I told you off air, like, this is the most intrigued by a non-Kings lotto since LeBron.
We'll watch because we're NBA fans, but not the near the same whatever.
Not Zion?
No, that's not.
Really? This is bigger than Zion.
Oh,
yes.
Well, not physically, but.
Way.
And physically, but yes.
There's people talking about he should be maxed upon draft day.
This is the most heralded rookie since LeBron James.
Okay, I didn't
straight up
that.
And 20 years, man.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years since LeBron's draft.
Do you think ESPN is going to do that thing they did with Zion, where they went to him right after the number 1 pick and just did like that? Was honestly kind of embarrassing the way they treated Zion and the questions they asked him. It was very uncomfortable.
The thing now that they should be doing is in a situation like this where who the number 1 pick is going to be. Like, by the way, whoever wins it tonight should already have a Wembanyama jersey ready to go.
Right.
There's no point in screwing around. It's going to be, of course, but I guarantee, here's something I can promise you. There will be a name journalist, good or bad, probably Rick Bucher, that will actually, with a straight face, make a big case to draft Scoot Henderson or somebody else over Victor Wembanyama. You will, I promise you, see multiple pieces come. Much like, by the way, for those of you who might remember, same thing happened where people were with straight faces saying, listen, I get it, but I'm telling you right now, Darko Milicic is going to be the best player in this draft, not LeBron James. Like, that was a real take from multiple people, as was Ryan Leaf.
I was about to ask you about that.
Ryan Leaf should be the number 1 pick over Peyton Manning. I promise you will see that take here in the next month. Number 2, we've been robbed of the NBA draft. We'll watch. We get a pick. That's fine. But again, Not even close to caring about it, obviously, unless for some reason we were to trade and move up. Number 3, Summer League. Nobody's going. I mean, Sean Cunningham will go to Vegas because he goes everywhere, but nobody's going to Summer League.
Unless it's Chris Murray. I think if they draft Chris Murray, there's enough intrigue there.
If it's Chris Murray or they trade up, everything's back on the table. I don't either. I don't know. But if they draft, Fred McGroot at number 24, nobody cares about Summer League. And by the way, remember the days where like rookies? Here's my question for you: if Chris Murray was drafted by the Kings, does Keegan go play Summer League?
Probably.
Remember when rookies used to play Summer League in their second year?
I bet you he plays like the first game of Summer League.
Right.
Or maybe California Classic,
Is that even a thing anymore?
Summer League, yeah.
No, but I'm saying, you generally don't see first rounders play 2 years in a row unless they really were either hurt or sat on the bench or something.
And unless it's a lottery pick that struggled or another guy that didn't play a lot in his first year, you'll see him play in the second Summer League.
Davion didn't play last summer, correct?
No. Why would you do that, though? Why would you put a good player on your team in Summer League? It doesn't make sense. Like, Davion in Summer League, you could tell he was an NBA player from when he got on the court. Like, he was leaps and bounds better than everyone else.
Again, you put guys on your team that either didn't play much in year one.
Yeah.
Or
but it's also,
like if they were a lotto pick that struggled.
It's also more reps with professionals. With professional levels,
fringe professional,
right, but still professionals. Like this is the old jiu-jitsu thing that fighters used to talk about. That they don't like rolling in their classes with other people because the more amateur you are, the more likely you are as a pro to get hurt. It's similar in basketball too.
We only got a couple minutes left here. I want your take. Who is the team in the lotto that you would least like to see Victor Wembanyama go to from a Kings fan standpoint? Meaning, oh damn. If this guy goes to Team X, they're automatically playoff contenders in the West. Who's the team you'd most like him to land with as a Kings fan? We're not talking about for his like personal growth.
As a Kings
Just from
fan,
a Kings fan
so I'm
perspective.
looking. Okay, so then that takes out any Western Conference team.
Correct.
Okay. Because honestly, there would be something very poetic about the Spurs winning the rights to Victor Wembanyama.
That is my 1A of teams I don't want to see him with. Basically, like taking Victor Wembanyama and putting him in such a competent organization like San Antonio.
Honestly, probably Detroit.
Really?
Yeah, Detroit's got themselves a very interesting young team of talent, but don't know where they're going. Orlando, you pair him up with Paolo Banchero.
See, to me, that's scary.
You could put him in Charlotte, but then you'll never hear from him again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a Kings fan, where you want him to have the least impact, it's probably Charlotte or Washington, right?
I can tell you right now, if Charlotte wins it and Victor Wembanyama goes there, I still don't know what they're doing with Miles Bridges. I don't know what's going on with Miles Bridges, but I believe Charlotte still has the rights.
They still have his rights. I think the more interesting question is, because Michael Jordan's rumored to want to sell the team. If they get the number 1 pick, does he?
Absolutely.
He's still selling?
No, absolutely. But he's getting a lot. He's getting a few billion, or he's getting I'll bet you.
Or is Michael Jordan such a competitor? This is finally his unicorn that he's landed and wants to be there to see that through. I think that's actually the more interesting storyline with Charlotte.
I'll bet you anything Victor Wembanyama would mean something in the neighborhood of $300 million at a minimum to the sale price of that team.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely. We will take a break. Although, how funny would it be if New Orleans got him?
Don't even go there.
With the Lakers. Isn't that the Laker pick?
No. The Lakers made the playoffs.
That's right. By the way, doesn't Orlando have 2?
They have Chicago's pick if it doesn't land in the top 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll take a break when we come back. Fire Wings brings you 3 for Madness. Francis Ngannou is on to pastures. Not sure if they're greener or not. Certainly money-wise they are. We'll look at the conference finals. And on this day in 1965, Jason Ross was born, but also we have something else going on too. We'll let you know next.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Memorial Day is coming, and Elk Grove Kia has deals you'll never forget, like the hottest all-electric EV on the market, the luxurious EV6. Save big with lease specials of $10,000 below MSRP. Not just one or two, but every EV6 in stock. EV's not your thing? How about the sporty 2023 Soul GT line that you can lease for just $99 per month? Come look at all our exciting specials at Elk Grove Kia. Don't worry about credit. No credit, bad credit, charge-offs, repos. Don't worry. Our team has over 100 years of experience. Others say no. Elk Grove Kia says yes. $7,500 Kia lease cash plus $2,500 dealer discount equals $10,000 total savings for EV6 all-in stock Kia finance credit approval required. Not all will qualify. $99 plus tax, 24-month lease, $10K per year, 20 cents per mile over, 0 security deposit required, $52.50 customer cash required, incentive residual of $17,781.95 subject to Kia finance through one approval. One of this payment GK 8781210-533 offer expires 5/31/23.
Turn your highway into a smile way. Elk Grove Kia.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
3 for Madness brought to you by Fire Wings.
Hey, that's honestly perfect for the draft lottery tonight if you're into that sort of thing.
21 different flavors to choose from.
What do you think Victor Wembanyama would choose if he was at Fire Wings? And they're like, Victor, one flavor, go.
Bread and Malaysian curry.
Even though he's French.
Doesn't matter. Champions.
Wow.
Is Champions heart.
Champions food.
Champions food.
Could you imagine if Wembanyama lands in Portland?
Make Damian Lillard happy.
I think
You
so.
know, Damian Lillard deserves Victor Wembanyama.
Isn't Dame happy right now? Like he's
I
always
think
saying he wants to
is.
stay. Yeah.
3 for Madness question 1.
Former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou has signed with the PFL in what's considered the biggest free agent transaction in MMA. Will more UFC fighters follow Ngannou? There's not numbers on that contract yet, are there?
No, but
I
it's
haven't seen-
big.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Will more fighters follow Francis Ngannou? Now, here's the thing. First off, without getting too much in the woods here, people need to understand that UFC contracts are notoriously difficult to get out of, especially if you are a champion. But I can tell you right now, the UFC is absolutely ripe, right? You know, they say pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. The UFC is incredibly hoggy right now. Dana White is on a banger, and he has been for years when it comes to growing that company and really creating a massive monopoly. But unlike the NFL, baseball, basketball, this is a major sport that can be infiltrated and duplicated. Now, it's easier said than done, but the UFC doesn't have, other than the name brand, which is significant, they don't have non-transferable things. You're not getting Joe Rogan. You're not getting Bruce Buffer. You're not getting the UFC brand. But fight fans will remember, for example, once upon a time, there's still many people out there that consider the production and the drama of the Pride Fighting Championships in Japan equal to or better than the UFC. At some point, somebody's going to come along with the right amount of money and the right amount of skill to develop dramatics, and they're going to infiltrate the UFC. I don't know if it's a PFL or not.
Yeah, for sure. But the example I'll use here, because I completely agree with you, especially when it comes down to the right amount of money.
Yeah.
Look at Live Golf.
Correct.
What do they do? What is the strategy? Go take the biggest stars from the PGA, put them on our, platform. Now, it's Live, I think, has done a terrible job in the sense of getting their platform out there to the masses.
They didn't set up infrastructure.
And that's the thing. As long as if another league, and if let's say it's the PFL, has some sort of infrastructure where they're on, they won't be on ESPN obviously because of that relationship with the UFC, but they get on a Fox and they're all over Fox network television. And they have these former UFC stars that can still fight, by the way. We're not talking about, hey, we're going to go get Frank and Ken Shamrock and feature them, but feature guys that are still relatively in their prime. I mean, it's right for the pickings, in my opinion. I
completely agree. Number 2.
Question 2.
Make an all-conference finals team with the remaining players in the playoffs. 1 center, 2 forwards, 2 guards.
Okay. So my question for you is this, because I have a team and then I have an alternate team. Is it do they have to be at the position they're listed, or if I can make a case that I could move them to this position, can I do that? Like a realistic case.
Position as they're listed, with the exception of Anthony Davis, because he can literally is both. Like he is a hybrid of center power forward.
Well, then the problem here is point guard. That's what's got me.
You don't have to pick a point guard. It's two guards in general.
Oh. Well, crap. All right, fine. Then I will. Oh gosh, I'm putting Jokic at center.
That's a good pick.
Ooh, controversial. Hot take.
Tatum's a forward,
Uh-huh.
so I either leave him out or I got to put him at forward.
You would leave Tatum
Yeah,
off your
for who?
team?
Because AD and LeBron?
Well, because I'm taking LeBron over AD, so that means I'm leaving AD off my team, which I hate doing.
This is why this exercise is fun.
And then honestly, I'm going if it's guard. If it was point guard, then I'd probably put Marcus Smart in. I think he's the best point guard left in
but it's just guard overall.
If it's guard, then it's Jaylen Brown and Jimmy Butler. So I would go Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic.
Jamal Murray's playing out of his mind though too.
Who are you taking off this list?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, this is the undisputed. Like, this isn't arguable.
Like I take Jamal Murray over Marcus Smart.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Not in the playoffs.
Okay.
And
he's had a great playoff.
He's had a great offensive playoffs.
Okay.
But what you get out of Marcus Smart, I think, especially on a team, again, it's arguable, but
yeah,
it's Marcus Smart's defense in the playoffs.
I'm going Jokic at center.
Of course.
Tatum at forward.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron at forward.
Yeah. You leaving off
Butler.
I'm
not leaving off Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
We should have did a draft.
Who are you putting in for Jaylen Brown? What guard are you putting in for Jaylen Brown? You're not putting in a Heat guard for Jaylen Brown. You're not putting in Vincent or Strus. You're not putting Marcus Smart in for Jaylen Brown, are you? Because then that's the case. You're not putting anybody in the Laker backcourt in for Jalen Brown.
Really like Jamal Murray though, the playoffs.
I mean, that's really honestly Marcus Smart and Jamal Murray
in the playoffs, but I can't go over Jaylen Brown. Yeah. I can't do it.
It's got to be right. It's Brown, Butler, Tatum, LeBron, Jokic. If you're
can you make a case for AD over LeBron?
Honestly, if I was getting,
you guys are missing head coach too.
I'll tell you right. Well, if I was doing Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way the team is made up, if I'm trying to win a championship and I can truly pick from all these teams, I'm probably more prone to leaving Nikola Jokic off for Anthony.
Really?
Because first off, I'm not leaving LeBron off. Secondly, because of the defense. Because I don't need Nikola Jokic's playmaking and offense as much. If I've got LeBron James down low.
Yeah, but think about who you just said who your guards are.
My guards are Brown and Butler.
Yeah, those are scores. You're going to want somebody to get them the ball.
Jimmy Butler can play defense.
I'm pretty sure.
LeBron, it has nothing to do with defense. I'm saying when you're running an offense.
When I originally asked you if we could make a case and if they had to go by position, my thought process was I would put LeBron James at point guard. That's where I would have gone. I'm very confident LeBron James can play make, and he can cruise through the playoffs averaging 20 and 15 assists and just look back.
I get the defensive argument, man, but Jokic,
I'm not doing it.
I can't.
And plus durability, because Anthony Davis is going to trip over the foul line and be out for the game.
Yes.
Nikola Jokic's eyeball could be hanging off his head.
Jokic walked to school when he was 7,
right? Exactly.
In negative 25-degree weather for 30 miles. He's
uphill both ways.
Yes. Right. Number 3.
Question 3.
On this day in 1965, Orioles Hall of Famer Jim Palmer made his debut. Palmer would go on to be famous as a pitchman for multiple brands after his career. What player in any sport is the best pitchman of all time?
Man, I hate to say it, but let's play King of the Mountain. Okay, I'm going to throw a name out there. You knock them off for me, all right? Give me a better pitchman than Shaquille O'Neal.
It's hard.
Okay, but that's not what I was asking you, and that's personal. Give me a better pitchman than Shaquille O'Neal. I hate it, but who in sports is pitching more?
Is that recency bias?
I mean, what am I going to go? Phil Rizzuto?
What did Phil Rizzuto?
Come on, money store.
Dude, Palmer did the money store too, didn't he?
There's one name he did. He
did Haynes.
There's one.
Michael was pretty good in his day.
Michael was a wonderful pitchman.
Michael had Haynes, he had Ballpark, he had Gatorade.
Tiger Woods, by the way, had a couple of endorsements.
Ben McLemore, pizza guy.
Isaiah Thomas, pizza guy.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas greater than pizza guy Ben McLemore. Sorry,
he technically, he did play sports. Bob Uecker's a wonderful pitchman. People sleep on the Miller Lite commercial.
I think people sleep on Palmer.
No,
in the 80s
Jim Palmer
and
is great.
90s, Jim Palmer was everywhere.
Well, that's because all of our moms used to open up the catalog to the Jim Palmer bulge. That was a thing.
Are they doing that with Shaq? Or our mom's opening up the catalog to see the Shaq?
I honestly think it's Shaq, dude. Shaq endorses everything.
What does he got? He has Papa John's.
Oh, dude,
the General.
Yeah,
Dollar General.
Tell you what, let's
not
go
the
General insurance, whatever. Let's go to break, and when we come back, we're going to do a number of things, including
the all Shaq list.
Honestly, I'll bring up his endorsements, and when we come back, y'all have feelings about Draymond Green, but guess which team is the odds-on favorite to land him if he leaves the Warriors this offseason? And we have audio to boot to support it. We'll do that next.
The Kings season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
Guys on other teams, when they look at the Sacramento Kings, they feel that this is a fun brand of basketball to play.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday. We're out the door to a comfortable start. Enjoy it because today is going to run much warmer for the afternoon. Bright sunshine, a light north wind. Highs today in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Right now at the Roseville Auto Mall, we've got the best Memorial Day savings and selection we've had in years. Head out to Eureka Road off I-80 and kick off summer with a new car, truck, or SUV during the giant Memorial Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
ACR Solar and Home Services is here to help you, just like they helped me. Jason Ross here, and ACR did a great job for my family, bringing their impeccable reputation and great workmanship to keep my family covered with a brand new roof. Now we're comfortable and dry during Sacramento's rainy season, knowing our home's structural integrity is protected. Our value is increased, and the home itself, well, it's looking and functioning at its best. The proof, it's in our roof. Now you could get this same quality experience with ACR Solar and Home Services. Just go to acrsolar.com now to sign up for a free estimate and see all that they have to offer. Not only to protect your home and family during the cold and wet Sacramento weather, but also including premium made in the USA solar electric systems. That's acrsolar.com. ACR Solar and Home Services is bringing us all the highest quality, highest value, and integrity since 1979. Go to acrsolar.com. That's acrsolar.com.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton and Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, as the A's continue to search for the right combinations after a tough start, one of the newcomers is outfielder J.J. Bleday. Drafted 4th overall by the Marlins out of Vandy back in 19, dealt to the A's in the offseason in the A.J. Puck deal, and so far so good. In his first 6 games as an Athletic, Bleday was batting .364 with a couple of home runs. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. The NBA Western Conference Finals begins today. It's a replica of the 2020 matchup. The Lakers head to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. Also tonight, we have the NBA Draft Lottery, and Kings fans get a break. Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number 1 overall pick. And tomorrow, the Heat take on the Celtics in Boston. Miami's the first 8th seed in almost a quarter century to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Tip-off for that game is also at 5:30 p.m. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
All right. So in the last segment, talking about Jim Palmer, endorsements.
Like everyone else's this morning.
Yeah. And so I thrown out, well, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's Shaq. Yeah, it's Shaq. I'm just going to give you, because we only have so much time in the segment, we have other things to get to. Let me just give you some of the endorsements he either currently has or has had over the years. First, Power Balance bracelet.
Oh, really?
Susta sugar substitute.
Love it.
Quick Sticks glucose sticks for diabetics. Apollo Jets. Enlightened diet strips. The Sactown app. Let's not count that.
I say, so far you're listing all these bootleg things.
Toys R Us.
That's not bootleg. Well, it's not in business anymore.
Something called Black Phone. I don't know what that was, but it's called Black Phone.
I thought that was a movie.
24-hour fitness.
That's a good one.
Radio Shack. Soup Man.
You're not making a compelling case at all.
Zales Jewelers.
That's good.
Arizona Beverages Soda Shack. I've seen these in gas stations.
Oh, I have too. I've never tried one. Philip from Galt told me they're pretty good, though.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Shaq Fu Punch, also from Arizona Beverages. Muscle Milk.
Muscle Milk.
Shaq Fu the game.
There you go. Dunk Man, shoes and apparel.
Did you guys already say the car brand he did?
Not yet. We're working our way up.
Okay.
Hey, let's just, let's all just.
I'm so excited. I love brands.
Harbin Beer. Nintendo Harbin Beer. Okay. Nintendo DS Tomodachi Life. Dove for Men.
That's good.
JC Penney.
That's good.
Macy's.
Now we're getting into some heavy hitters.
Comcast. Monster Speakers. Capelli Slippers. Spalding. NBA 2K. Li Ning Shoes and Apparel. Drone Watches. Vitamin Water. Gold Bond. Never spray it when you got a rash. Just throwing that out there, public service.
Oh, I thought that was a completely different endorsement.
No, dude.
Like something called Never Spray.
No, dude. Buick. Shaq Fu. Taco Bell. Nestle Crunch.
Okay, you've made your point.
Icy Hot. Pepsi. Wheaties. Reebok. Triple Double Oreos. And the Shaq Pack at Burger King. By the way, notice I didn't mention insurance. I didn't mention a lot of the other things he's currently doing.
He had his own pizza at Papa John's too, right? Wasn't it like the Shaq size or something like that?
He took over as Papa John.
Didn't they? Yeah, they brought Shaq in after Papa John
said some cool stuff.
Things.
Oh, Pop.
So it's Shaq, right?
Yeah, it's Shaq.
But
I'm not gonna lie, you started off really bad with those early
endorsements. It was like the lamest ones all the way up.
Because some of those, I'm like, you're making a case that I don't know. Is the market Shaq-saturated?
The sad thing is that I was talking to Nate in the our internal feed, and Jay literally waited for me to be done. That's why he paused so that I could be there for the punchline.
Shaq-saturated?
Shaq.
Like the market Shaq-saturated because he's just everywhere. Do you get it now?
Nate, what did you tell me about the audio?
I can't Get it. I'm sorry.
You can't.
I found that direct link, and it doesn't take. It takes you to the whole podcast.
Well, if we did have the audio, you would know.
I could read you word for word what it says.
Please do.
Okay.
Yes. Here's Nate Goodyear. Or Nate Goodyear.
Jeez, dude. Come on.
I'm sorry. Nate Samuelson. No, I'm sorry. Nate Littlefield.
Warren Littlefield.
With playing the role of Marcus Thompson, the wonderful athletic writer who covers the
Do I do a voice?
No. Just please read the quote.
I was saying this to Kings media when we were down there. They hated it. They were so mad. He'd be so perfect, referring to Draymond.
Yes.
They've got the guards. They've got the shooters. They've got all these players. And one of the issues Sabonis has is once you took away the one thing, the little dribble handoff, he didn't have another option. Draymond been doing this so long. You take away the dribble handoff, and he'll find another way to get the guys involved. He'd be perfect for them. I'll just stop there.
Wow.
According to Las Vegas, if Draymond Green does not return to the Warriors, the Sacramento Kings are a pretty decent, but they are the number one favorite to land him.
If you had to say, why is it his relationship with Mike Brown? Is it the proximity to San Francisco? It's all the above.
It's
playing for a team that was good.
Yes, and fit.
Right.
You know, I think again, first off, everyone relax. I don't think he's leaving Golden State. And in order for him to leave Golden State, the Kings would have to throw, like, I believe Marcus said it in the interview a little later on.
I got that right here too. You want me to read it?
I'll paraphrase.
Okay.
It was something like if the money's the same or similar, he ain't going anywhere.
Right.
But if the Warriors are offering him $20 million a year and the Kings are maxing him out, he's coming to Sacramento.
Kings aren't maxing him out.
And the Kings aren't maxing him
First of all, I don't think they could.
I don't think they could, and I don't think they would. But if you're asking what would the attraction be for him, the attraction would be proximity, coach. He obviously has a relationship with De'Aaron Fox. He would fit in well here. And the idea, you want your own legacy, the idea for him to perhaps be a missing piece to put this team over the top and for him to win a championship with both Northern California teams. That's pie in the sky, but that's what I'm thinking he would be thinking.
From everything I've heard, like, Steph Curry will never let Draymond walk.
Right.
Like, if the Warriors want to keep Steph Curry happy, that's kind of part of the deal. But you also read things like they're going to ask Klay Thompson to take a pay cut. I'm guessing they're not going to max Draymond out. I'm guessing they're going to ask him to take a pay cut. Now, remember, he doesn't have a player option. He might just opt into that this year, and this is all, whatever. But it is really interesting how they are going to, and with the new CBA coming in, they're going to penalize teams even more that go well above into the tax range. It's something to keep your eye on, though. I'll just say that. Like, in the end, I think they all return. I think they're all Warriors. But I don't think that's a foregone conclusion given the money issues. If Bob Myers leaves, does Steve Kerr leave too? How does that impact that core three? There's a lot on the table there. But let's say this dream world does happen and Draymond does end up, however it happens, right? How does that fit look to you?
That's probably where you're putting him either at the 3 or the 4, just wherever he's.
I think he'd be at the 4. That's kind of where he plays.
I agree.
Keegan's at 3, so that works.
So you would go Fox, Huerter,
Keegan Green,
Sabonis. So Kings fans that right now are tearing their hair out. Here's a fact: they're a better team. If that happened, they're a better team.
It's an upgrade.
Now
you have to be fair. It's an upgrade.
If you want to say, except can Draymond perform without Steph? Is he too old? Is he going to screw up the culture? Those are all very, very, very fair points. But Draymond Green, for the most part, fills holes in this team more than a lot of other players. They would be tougher.
Better defensively.
Much better defensively. You now have both of your bigs that are incredibly good playmakers for their size, especially. You now have a defensive anchor. Look, I don't think it's going to happen. We're just doing summertime sports talk radio, let's be clear. But the fact that He is the odds-on favorite to come here if he leaves the Warriors is significant enough to talk about. I guess the question I would ask Kings fans is this. Do you need to, which is more important to you, liking your team and winning, or could you like your team less if it meant a championship?
I would guess overwhelmingly, and when I mean overwhelmingly, if you put a poll out there to every single Kings fan that's either attended, watched a game, whatever, right? 90+% say bring Draymond in if it means you're winning a championship. 90+. And I might even be going low on that.
But you get a lot of people saying, I think we can win a championship without Draymond Green and with somebody that we like.
There's the idea of think, but again, putting it in its context versus this makes the championship expectations go even higher. Like there's a much better chance.
That is correct.
I think people go that route. I just do. This is what happens when you have a championship starved city.
Western Conference Finals begin tonight. Lakers and Nuggets. Has Michael Malone done enough to secure his job regardless of the outcome? We'll talk next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Who's to blame for the 5.4 earthquake we just felt?
That was freaky, man.
The Earth.
Tectonic plates are to blame, by the way, technically speaking.
Which is part of the Earth.
Sliding tectonic plates.
Part of the Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, but just lived through my first earthquake, so there's that.
My thought was, how professional do I need to be right now?
What weird world do we live in?
You guys really impressed me. It was very professional that you guys just kept it moving.
Did we make the right decision?
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day, and they're fun, so you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
And now try Babbel free. Text radio to 64,000. Text radio to 64,000.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday, and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free no-obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep, switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at Uma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and
When you
Pfizer.
take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
We'll take the fifth caller right now.
Right now?
Why not?
All right.
920-1140.
Actually, we have a twofer tonight.
920-1140. We have two pair, right?
Two pair?
Yeah, we're giving away one pair right now.
Okay.
I'm saving the other. A pair of tickets to go see Post Malone. Austin Post. It's his real name, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Toyota Amphitheater. You know his dad worked for Dallas Cowboys concessions.
I did know that.
Toyota Amphitheater, August 15th. Live Nation's teamed up with Sactown Sports for your chance to see Posty at Toyota Amphitheater, August 15th.
Austin Richard Post.
That's right.
The third. No.
And didn't he go with Malone? Wasn't it because of Carl?
Yeah, I think
He grew up in being a Carl Malone fan. Ooh. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now. Looking for a lucky caller. No, it didn't. Number 5. For more information, visit SactownSports.com. Favorite Post Malone song?
Oh, I got to go with the classic White Iverson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, Rockstar is my favorite. Like
Rockstar is
knows.
great,
but
man.
There's a song on his Hollywood Bleeding album called Allergic, which it sounds completely different from anything he's ever done. By the way, both his songs with Ozzy Osbourne, both on his and Ozzy's albums, but his song with Ozzy on Hollywood's Bleeding, which is an amazing album, was awesome.
I just sent Jay my favorite song.
I believe Slash did the solo on that too. BetMGM right now, 61.4% of the money is on Victor Wembanyama to be the #1 pick. If you're going, why is only 61%? Because a $100 bet gets you $1.
So if I bet $100, I win one, if I'm correct?
I think so. 1,000 is 10, 10,000 is 100, 100,000 is 1,000.
A million is 10,000.
10 million is 100,000.
So you basically bet 10 million and you might get.
You get 100. But here's the thing. I'll just bet you. I'll bet you can't make a 10 million. I'll bet you there's a limit. There's like legit like $500 or something.
Sure.
Like, because otherwise you would bet 10 million. I'd go find $10 million in the couch cushions. You know what I'm saying? I would go find that. Also, we'll get to this later. Tonight are the Western Conference Finals, Game 1.
It's for real.
It is for real. Denver and the Lakers. And yes, we are all Denver fans. We're all rooting for the Nuggets. If you're rooting for the Lakers, over, let me just make this statement, because you don't like to generalize and you don't like to stereotype. You don't want to call people out, especially when you're trying to get them to listen to your radio station.
So I'm going to do it.
No, I'll say this as nicely as possible. I'm not going to say anything silly or controversial. Just simply, if you're not a Laker fan, full-time Laker fan, full-time, not
like this is what you do.
This is what you do. Is you're a Laker fan.
You're the 17 rings guy,
right? Not exactly. If you're not a Laker fan, 17 rings, leaving early from ball games, if that's not you and hasn't been you your whole life, Kobe, and you're rooting for the Lakers over Denver, you're a terrible human.
Wow.
No, for real.
Wow.
You should go get counseling. It's okay. Get rid of the stigma. Go talk to somebody and ask them why you're a bad person.
I'm actually surprised on your restraint and how you really did keep it PG and just, for everybody and not trying to isolate anyone. So good on you. You're growing as a human and a host.
That's what I'm doing. So listen, Michael Malone, we said at the start of the playoffs, we had a conversation on this very radio show.
Post Malone's dad, by the way.
That's correct. We said, great, now you got me thinking of like Michael Malone. I think Post Malone would have had a whole different outlook. We asked on this very radio show, is Mike Malone's job in jeopardy based on what's going to happen in these playoffs? And I think the answer was almost unanimously yes. So now he's in the Western Conference Finals. Our first question on the table is, has Michael Malone at this point done enough to secure his job in Denver? And this is not, by the way, do we like Michael Malone?
No.
This is not, do we think Michael Malone should, because we're a Michael Malone fan club.
My personal opinion, he's secured his job.
I'll go a step further with you. In my personal opinion, I think that Michael Malone should be on, I think he should be in a rung just below Popovich and Spoelstra, like we talked about yesterday when it comes to job security. Like Michael Malone should have that job as long as he wants it.
He's just consistently good every year.
I also think if he doesn't win this series, they will fire him. And I think what we've seen in the postseason so far this year, or excuse me, with the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every franchise is different. But if Monty Williams gets fired, if Nick Nurse, Mike Budenholzer, there's just...
It's possible Doc Rivers could still be on the outs in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, my God, what is taking them so long here? Then for me... You've been in Denver now 5-6 seasons.
Been a while. Might even be longer. Actually.
He's done a fine job, but I think that Denver is one of those teams that is very ripe for. Hey, listen, we've got Nikola Jokic firmly in his prime. We don't want to screw.
This is his 8th season in Denver.
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah. 2015, he got that job right.
Wow.
That right after the Kings.
8th season in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to think about. It's been that long. You get 8 seasons somewhere and you have the 2-time MVP and should have been a 3rd MVP, and you haven't advanced to the finals yet. It's not, there's sometimes coaches get fired not because they're failures, but we always talk about it's the Doug Collins corollary. You bring in Phil Jackson to help get the Bulls over the top that Doug Collins couldn't do. You see that happen throughout the years in the NBA, and I think that's what would happen with Michael Malone. As a matter of fact, I think Philadelphia would be a wonderful place for Mike Malone if that happened.
Well, that was the thing I was going to ask you, because to me, what makes it more likely he gets fired if they don't go to the finals is because can you think of a time in recent history that there's a better crop of NBA head coaches that are available now?
No.
Because think about it. Like, you're Denver, you don't make it to the finals. You fire Michael Malone, Mike Budenholzer's out there, Monty Williams, all these guys we just listed.
Yes.
A who's who of head coaches. Yes. It'd be interesting. We could see all of these guys just kind of switch places next season.
Yeah. I listen. By the way, we're already writing Mike Malone's epitaph.
No, we're not. I don't think we're doing that. I think we're being realistic about where we are at in the NBA and how only the smallest number of coaches have any sort of job security at this point.
Hold on. By the way, this is a good time to promote that tomorrow morning on the program, Katie Christensen will be joining us for the full show in studio. Hopefully MC is listening right now.
Wait, am I getting kicked out?
No, not at all. I believe we're all here.
Oh, nice.
I'm texting her right now that she doesn't watch basketball.
We are not all here.
You're not?
I'm not.
Oh,
no.
you are getting booted.
I'm getting the boot.
Yeah.
No, it'll be a 3-way. We'll all be having, we'll all be participating, and it'll be 33, 33, and 33%, and then the callers will be the other 1%. Anyways, Katie is taking me to task because she is vehemently arguing that Nikola Jokic should have been the 3-time MVP. And my response to that is, then you don't watch basketball. I'm sorry. Nikola Jokic should have been the 3-time MVP.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we doing a bit right now?
No, I look legit. That's what she's texting me. See, you can read it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. The way you said it is she was arguing he should have been.
No, that he should not. She
okay, maybe I misheard. That's why I was confused. I'm like, wait, you guys are on the same team.
She disagrees with the idea that he should have been a 3-time MVP. At least that's what she's texting me. You read it. Nikola Jokic.
This will be fun tomorrow.
100% should have been a 3-time MVP. And by the way, I get it. It's a regular season award, but we talked about this yesterday.
Actually, neither him or Embiid should have won it.
This was the same thing with Harden when he won it, because he flopped in the playoffs so hard, and everyone was having this exact same conversation.
Actually, he flopped Harden.
Oof.
Giannis should have won it, but that's fine.
Who has more to gain here? For example, Michael Malone or Nikola. I mean, we're not really talking about Nikola Jokic not having.
Jokic has the most
because
to gain
that's
here.
coming. That's coming soon. Nikola Jokic is great in the regular season, but he can't win a title.
No, that will be the narrative. I'm telling you this year, because they were the number. You're going to hear all about this was the year number 1 seed playing a number 7 seed. Although I disagree with the idea that the Lakers are a true number 7, but that will be the narrative that follows him this year. I think it won't be as bad if they get to the finals and lose, but if they don't get to the NBA finals this year, and I think it's an unfair narrative, by the way. I'm not saying that it's correct. I'm just saying this is what we're used to seeing. This is how these things happen. These are how these conversations start.
Steve Nash did he get a title or no?
No.
Did Karl Malone end up getting one with the Lakers?
No, they lost in 04 that year.
So as of right now, Nikola Jokic, Karl Malone, and Steve Nash are the only 2-time or more MVP award winners who do not have a title.
Yeah, because Barkley only won it once, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Bob Pettit, Karl Malone, Tim Duncan, Steve Nash, Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic have each won it twice. Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson each won the award 3 times. And then, of course, there's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he was good.
He was okay. You know what else is good? Fire wings. 21 different flavors to choose from. If only they catered breakfast. Wouldn't it be great to have fire wings right now? I know it's not even 8 a.m. I don't even care, dude. Yum, yum in my tum. That's what I say about fire wings. Bread and Malaysian curry. Yeah, I always start with bread and Malaysian curry. What do you want? It's my favorite flavor. Jamaican jerk, which is really fun to say. The award-winning peanut butter flavor. So many different flavors there. I always give you the same ones. Ready? Original barbecue chipotle, sriracha, original buffalo stampede, that's just hotter, mango habanero, the original fire wing, garlic parmesan, California rub, Louisiana rub. Ooh, I forgot about that one. God, it's so good. Lemon pepper, salt and pepper, classic teriyaki, Peking, dragon, Korean kick, Thai chili, and Saigon street to go with all the other flavors I mentioned. Yeah, are you hungry? Order right now. You can pick it up whenever you want later on today. Go to firewings.com. Find the location nearest you. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. All right, for the first 40 minutes of the 8 o'clock hour, we're grading the Kings. Players, front office, coaching, staff, you, the fans, all of it next.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy.
Purdy gonna throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel.
Debo 10. Debo touchdown!
And McCaffrey.
Touchdown! CMC!
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Get top deals on everything you need to freshen up your yard, like the Cobalt 24-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit, only at Lowe's. Was $199, now just $149. Plus, get your lawn in shape with up to $15 off select Scott's Easy Seed Lawn Repair Mixes. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday. We're out the door to a comfortable start. Enjoy it because today is going to run much warmer for the afternoon. Bright sunshine, a light north wind. Highs today in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Right now at the Roseville Auto Mall, we've got the best Memorial Day savings and selection we've had in years. Head out to Eureka Road off I-80 and kick off summer with a new car, truck, or SUV during the giant Memorial Day sale.
at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
You've heard all of his greatest hits. And now's your chance to see Grammy-nominated multi-platinum singer-songwriter Gavin DeGraw live at Gold Country Casino Resort in Oroville. Get your tickets now to see Gavin DeGraw Friday, June 23rd at 8 p.m. Only at Gold Country Casino Resort. Must be 21 or older.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam Team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
The NBA Conference Finals are underway. I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Tomorrow, you have the Heat taking on the Celtics in Boston. Miami is the first 8th seed in almost a quarter century to make the Eastern Conference Finals, second only to the Knicks 24 years ago. Tip for that game is at 5:30 p.m. But tonight, we have the NBA Western Conference Finals, and it's a replica of the 2020 matchup. The Lakers head to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off is also at 5:30 p.m. Also tonight, we have the NBA Draft Lottery, and Kings fans get to take a nice break. Finally, Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number one overall pick, which presumably will be Wembanyama. Excuse me. Those are our headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Just completely owned Katie right in front of Jay Mars when it came to that argument we had during the break. It was actually kind of embarrassing. And she's 100% not here to defend herself, but will be tomorrow.
I'm going to say if the tension that was on that phone call transfers over to tomorrow's show, I'm just saying for the audience, it will be can't miss radio. Because that wasn't a friendly back and forth. I got uncomfortable.
Listen, man.
I'm legit like, ooh.
You know what I can't stand in sports arguments is there's two words that make me cringe more than anything in sports arguments. And that's eye test. Get off of me with your eye test. Because eye test is what people say when they can't articulate their argument.
And stats is usually what people say when they don't watch the game.
And stats can also, and analytics can go way too far. You know, analytics and stats don't necessarily win the game, but at least when you have a statistical baseline, you can articulate that. Like, well, it sounds like he's better than this at this. Oh, wait, but the numbers say that that's the exact opposite. Well, not when you look at the eye test. What? That is he in a prettier uniform?
Sure, but you could also make the same argument. Like you look at stats, right?
Yes.
You can make the argument looking at stats that Jordan Poole played good basketball this year.
And at times he did.
Very rare times, but
well, at times the Sacramento Kings as a whole played wonderful basketball.
Hey, they sure did, and you know what? Stats and the eye test back that up.
That's exactly right. Now, how do you want to do this? Because we're going to do the players in this segment. Now, do you want to go as a whole? Do you want to go individually? Or do you want to go both?
Both.
Okay. Well, both, I would say they were a solid B. Now, by the way, and just to be clear, this is not grading the Kings based on what we expect out of the Kings.
No.
What we traditionally get out of the Kings. This is grading the Kings on the basis of what they do with the rest of the NBA. I would say De'Aaron Fox gets an A.
Yes.
Domantas Sabonis gets an A. Let's just get those right out of the way. When you make an all NBA team, you get an A. Okay? So that's number one. Katie's still texting me. She said, I changed my mind. I don't want to do the show with you. We'll just argue for 4 hours. Well,
that's actually
that's funny, thinking she has a say in anything. So just do what you're told and get in here tomorrow.
Man.
Just do what you're told. Get in here tomorrow for 4 hours.
Yo, I'm coming to work with a vest on tomorrow.
Wait till I tell her we can't go to breakfast afterwards because I got a thing. Like, that's literally the only reason she's coming in is because we got a Black Bear Diner afterwards. And
you know what, Katie? I'll bring you a Cliff Bar.
All right, so De'Aaron Fox, A, Sabonis, A. Also, by the way, let's not get into the whole like intangible off-field thing either. And I know that's going to hurt Harrison Barnes a little bit. I'm going to give Harrison Barnes probably a C. I'd C or C minus.
Really?
Here's why. I'd probably give him a C because on a night-to-night basis, he was usually given one of the toughest defensive assignments. Okay. That kind of stinks. You kind of got to count everything else. And, you know,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can just look at the numbers.
His leadership, right. His leadership, his gluiness for the team has to be accounted. And those are his best assets. On the offensive side and as a whole for a 3 in this league, he's below average. He just is. You look at the numbers and he's below average. He's just a below A. And I think the bigger issue with Harrison Barnes, especially offensively, he's just incredibly inconsistent. And some of that inconsistency, to be fair, is because Harrison Barnes has his ego in check, and on nights where other guys are going, he's just as happy to let them be involved.
He'll let them cook.
I have no problems with that. But Harrison Barnes is an average to below average. When you look at the 30 starting threes in the NBA, he is probably around 17. And that's why if you 15 is a C, that's why he's, between a C and C minus. I'll round it up and give him a C.
Yeah, I was going to go C plus B minus with Harrison, and I think that's actually a really good grade for him. I'm trying to find Jerry Reynolds was on yesterday with, I believe, Kyle and Whitey. And so I don't want to misquote Jerry, but I'm pretty sure he had pretty much, if I'm summarizing, saying at this point in Harrison Barnes' career, he might be better coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And I think we're there with Harrison, right? Like a really good rotational piece off the bench.
Unless he wants to make more money and go to a team that would have room for him as a 3. Maybe he goes to, I don't know, Charlotte or just a team that needs a 3, whatever it may be. I just threw that out. But
Charlotte needs an everything.
I'm just saying, teams that are on a lower rung than the Kings now, and he wants to cash out, or maybe he wants to be relevant. Keegan Murray. I would, again, this isn't grading Keegan as a rookie. It's not grading this is just grading Keegan Murray at his position, NBA player. I would give, it's either going to be a C plus or a B minus. Keegan was inconsistent at times. There were some really rough months for him.
I think there's really one rough
there was
month
one very
in
rough
particular,
month.
but
I thought there were 2 that he alternated with Malik Monk. I'd have to go back and look where one of them would get cold, one of them would get hot type of thing. I thought through the season, normally you see rookies fade. I thought Keegan Murray was something that was really understated about his game, is how he improved defensively. His defensive instincts are there. Obviously his shooting's fantastic, but really he was, again, this because he's a rookie, but that's not how we're grading. He's a very 1.5 dimensional player offensively. Most of what he was doing was running through plays, posting up, hanging out in the corner, and he'd hit his outside shots. And that's great. But Let me just put it this way.
I can't hold that against him.
I'm not holding it against him.
But when we're talking from a grade standpoint, if like you're lowering a grade because of that, that's more in the design of the offense. And I mean, you heard guys say it in the playoffs. We got to get Keegan more looks.
Do you think Keegan Murray last year was a top 15 power forward?
It's hard to say power forward because I mean he just split time at both positions so much. And you could make the argument Harrison played the 4 too. I would put it this way when I'm looking at Keegan. You mentioned he kind of did 1.5 things. Though the one big thing he did was shoot the 3 ball. He did that, in the tops in the league, So if I'm grading Keegan Murray, I'm giving him a solid B just because the one thing that he was really asked to do, he did it at the highest level.
Sure.
That matters.
Maybe a couple people here. Do you think Keegan Murray was better than Paul George? Paul George played in 56 games.
No, I'm going to say no.
Evan Mobley?
They got Evan Mobley as a power forward. I guess he's a power forward. I didn't watch a lot of Mobley, but I'll say no.
Kevon Looney.
I'm sure you could make the argument. Well, Kevon Looney's a center. I'm sorry. Especially on the Warriors. He's a center.
Aaron Gordon?
Not better than Aaron Gordon, no.
I think actually Keegan, I'll flip it to a B- then because he's lighting because Giannis, Anthony Davis, Durant, Sabonis, Markkanen, Jaren Jackson, Christian Wood, Julius Randle, Pascal Siakam, who they all have listed at power forward. I would say that Keegan Murray in his rookie year was able to be slightly above an average starting power forward, if that's how we're going to list him.
Sure.
So then by rule, he's a B-. And by the way, for a rookie, he's an A+.
Oh,
on a playoff team.
On a playoff team where he was asked to start. And again, let's keep the context here. This isn't a snuck into the 8 seed playoff team. This was the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. And he did everything he was asked and then some. So yeah, from a rookie standpoint, I don't think this campaign, all of the context considered, could have gone.
Campaign's a guard.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also really good at doing like elections and stuff.
Okay,
I don't think you could have. I think this is exactly how, if you're a Kings fan, you wanted this to go for Keegan Murray. Like you couldn't ask for a whole lot more.
I could not agree with you more. Now let's get to, I think, the toughest starter to grade, to be honest with you, is Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter's our guy. Big Kevin Huerter fans, but that's not what we grade at. We're also, these are regular season awards. I'll give Kevin Huerter a solid C.
Really?
Yeah. Again, do I think he's a top 15 shooting guard? Questionable. He could be a C+. I'll give him a C+. Kevin Huerter was like a lot of the Kings shooters. He was inconsistent. Here's the good. Kevin Huerter plays adequate defense, if not slightly plus. Overall, he can get caught like everybody else, and he gets caught a few times. But his effort on defense and his ability to stay with his man is something that's, if it's an average NBA defender, it's an elite Kings defender. He started out gangbusters. I mean, literally on a record pace for efficiency. There was some inconsistency there for sure. And again, playoffs don't matter. I'm talking my way into a B-. I had to talk my way up.
I was going to say, I was actually going to give Huerter a solid B.
Yeah.
I mean, career high in points. Guy shot almost 50% from the field, 40% from 3. Those are some really good shooting numbers. Like you said, inconsistency, but I land on this, especially with role players, because the term role player gets a bad name, but Kevin Huerter's a role player, and he plays his role exceptionally great. And you need great role players if you're going to win in the NBA. The one thing that stuck out about me was he played that role very well. And with role players, they're all inconsistent. That's why they're role players. The vast majority of role players are inconsistent to a degree.
Yes.
The stars are the ones that do it for 75 out of 82 games. That to me is always the biggest difference. Harrison Barnes is a guy you look like. Everyone's always like, man, if he were just consistent, he'd be a star. You're right. But he's not. That's why he's a role player. They're all inconsistent.
We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get to the front office. Monty McNair specifically, moves they've made as we run through a postseason grade of the Kings right after this.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I want to talk to you about my friends at American Energy. We can all agree on one thing. Your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. Now, all you have to do, go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote today. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide those great pricing options they have, the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home without having somebody coming to your house. Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your specific needs are, call 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9998 now.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Before we get to the coaches, I'm going to ask a question that automatically is going to get people angry with me, and I'm asking just to ask because it's... And Doc Rivers has been fired. Hi, how you doing?
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I did not see that.
Welcome back. We have breaking news.
Oh, boy.
Do we have the breaking news?
Hit the button.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
Also, bad hosting, breaking the news before the breaking news sounders.
I was just Ron Burgundy. I was about to get into something else. And Doc Rivers has been fired.
Well, damn.
The doctor has been fired.
Where are you seeing this? I don't see it.
He has left the building. Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting this.
Is that real Woj or fake Woj?
That is real Woj. Yeah, it was just honestly, we said yesterday that the tweet's already in the draft box for Shams and Woj and Chris Haynes and there it is, and that's of
way to blow up our show, Daryl.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I mean, listen, we've already kind of talked this thing out. It is no surprise. Doc is gone, and my guess is his next job will either be in a TV booth or with a rebuilding team, because this is although he has won a championship with the Celtics
15 years ago.
But yeah, you've also got, things he said after he exited LA with the Clippers about the team. JJ Redick, I don't know if you saw this, but right after the Sixers lost, he took a shot at Doc Rivers on Twitter as well.
Well, remember earlier in the year when Blake Griffin, he had that game where he hit like X amount of threes.
Yeah.
He'll, making adjustments, not really Doc's thing.
Right. And that's going to follow him around. And he's too old to be an assistant. So it'll be very interesting. I wonder if Doc's just going to go TV booth now, but that opens up Philadelphia.
He was a good analyst prior to head coach. I thought Doc Rivers was a really good analyst. But
problem is I don't know what kind of condition his voice is in.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
serious.
True.
Doc has a really scratchy voice.
If you go back and listen to Doc when he was an analyst versus now, there's a noticeable change in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to go back to kind of what we explored last hour is this great crop of head coaches that is currently available in the NBA.
Yeah.
And, we spoke about Michael Malone and how there's a unfair possibility that he could be added to it if they don't get to the NBA Finals.
Yes.
I would imagine at least one of these teams with an open head coaching job is going to pursue Doc heavy.
I mean,
all that stuff we said. I mean, Daryl Morey went after him heavy, and that was post the Clippers stuff. You know, he didn't have like the greatest exit in Boston. Do you remember him getting into it with Bill Simmons? And Bill Simmons taking it to Twitter and going, "Hey, Glenn, I got the receipts. Let's not go here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Doc can scratch some people the wrong way.
Yeah.
The Sixers search for a new coach is expected to include Mike Budenholzer, Sam Cassell, Mike D'Antoni. D'Antoni back in Philly would be hilarious. Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel, and Monty Williams. Monty's going to Milwaukee almost certainly.
I feel like Nick Nurse's offensive mind would work really well there. The other side of this, too, is, and again, you read all these reports and rumors all over socials, but it was rumored that James Harden wasn't a big fan of playing for Doc Rivers. So, because, you know, James Harden is the adopted son of Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
One has to, you know, put some pieces together like, okay, was this Morey trying to keep Harden in Philly and this was going to be the thing?
Probably. And again, James Harden is Daryl Morey's
adopted son. It's fine.
But it's his Achilles heel.
Right.
It's his Achilles heel.
Agree.
It's really sad to see because Daryl Morey is a very talented general manager. And he's hitched his wagon to the wrong guy.
Why is that, though? That's the fascinating part to me. Is I obviously James Harden is a future Hall of Famer. We don't need to get into that. Sure. But James Harden's resume in big game situations, by the way, where Daryl Morey is very present for all of these.
Yeah,
it speaks for itself. It's inarguable.
Because he was the GM in Houston for 13 years.
Sure.
Because he was part of the group that went and got James Harden.
So it's an emotional attachment? Yes. Is that what we're chalking this up to?
Yes. It's one of those, brother, we've been through wars together.
And you've lost them all.
But we're going to win, or I guarantee you there have been conversations. We're going to win or lose together, but we're going to do it together type of thing.
I mean, not to throw a grenade out there, but that's the type of stuff that should get you fired as a GM. If you're hanging on to a player, a coach, anybody for emotional attachment that's proven to be a roadblock in your quest for a championship, dude, that is the red flag, isn't it?
Well, I think part of the problem in Philly, if I'm guessing back in the executive boardroom, is if you fire Daryl Morey, you've lost James Harden almost certainly.
Well, if they fired Doc Rivers, Morey's safe.
Well, that's the assumption. And I almost said that. The only thing that gives me pause is this. They were going to fire Doc Rivers anyways. I don't think firing Doc Rivers precludes them from firing Daryl Morey as much as if they fired Daryl Morey, James Harden, who's on a player option for $35.6 million next year, he ain't coming back.
Sure.
Which, by the way, if I here's what I do. If I'm Josh What's-His-Face, the owner of the Sixers, here's what I do. I let Daryl Morey take me through the summer and don't do anything silly or stupid. And then the moment that James Harden signs that, if he does stick around, I'm bringing in a new GM or consultant, and I'm trading James Harden. Losing him for nothing would suck.
Yeah, but I hear you. But I think if this was coming down, Doc Rivers being fired was a Josh Harris decision.
Yeah,
I think he would have fired Daryl Morey too already. I think it would have been.
I think you're probably right. I think Daryl Morey probably has one more year there. He and James Harden's contracts are going to match each other. Well, as we go to break, the question I was going to ask before this news broke, and just forgive me, I'm doing my job, and it should be asked. The Kings need a 3. Is what we've said, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 or 4, because I think you can move Keegan. Another forward, because Keegan can play both. I prefer Keegan at the 3, but go on.
Well, what if I told you that there was a free agent that just turned 25 years old, just turned 25 a month ago, that last averaged 20 points, 7 boards, 4 assists on 49% from the field, 33% from beyond the arc, was incredibly explosive.
You don't sign Miles Bridges.
It's a question because it's going to be floated around there. I don't know what his future is, but if you're the Kings, are you even taking a look at that?
Have you looked into the details of what happened?
I to be clear, have seen the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't touch that.
I don't bring that anywhere near.
That's what
here.
I'm saying. You don't touch
But
that.
it's a business.
I get it's a business.
Someone's going to sign him.
I get someone will sign him. Don't be the team that does it.
We'll take a break. When we come back, let's combine the two. Front office coaching staff. Dumb Doc Rivers screwed up our whole segment.
Will Doc Rivers be the head coach of the Kings next season?
Dear Lord, we'll be right back. I test.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Handoff McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feel super, baby! The five-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
On your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
With a really nice selection of excellent cars and trucks on the lot every day, M&S Auto on El Camino Avenue, right off the Cap City Freeway, welcomes you. Repeat M&S customers come back because they get great vehicles and they save thousands. 4x4s, SUVs, American muscle cars, top-selling vehicles, fair deals for way less than a brand new car. First-time buyers are welcome. MSAutogroup.com.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. Every branch working together. And with the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through June, purchase online with Beacon Pro Plus, web or app, and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
During a Flex Alert, let's do the dishes after 9.
What about the laundry?
It can wait until tonight, or even the morning.
The AC?
It's at 78. Let's cool the house in the morning.
All right, so we're just chilling until 9.
Pretty much. And we can help avoid a power outage.
Putting off chores for later and hanging out with my best friend? I love Flex.
Maybe you should just unplug the appliances downstairs.
Good idea. Better acoustics in the basement.
California, the power is ours with Flex Alerts. Flex Alerts, the power is ours.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Doc Rivers out. Doc Rivers is out as head coach of the 76ers. And the NBA Western Conference Finals begin today. It's a replica of the 2020 matchup as the Lakers head to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. Also tonight, we have the NBA Draft Lottery, and Kings fans finally get a year off. Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number 1 overall pick. For tomorrow, the Heat take on the Celtics in Boston. And Miami is the first 8th seed in almost a quarter century to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Tip-off for that game is also at 5:30 p.m. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, special guest host Jay Mars.
good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
All right. Coming up, we're going to get to our grades for the Kings coaching staff and front office. But Nate, are you on the Twitters?
I'm not. I'm a pretty minimal social media human.
Okay. Well, I'm super duper excited. Hold on, Dave's texting me. Let's see what this says.
Okay. Also, sorry about just bombing that.
Never mind. It's okay.
I know I needed to say the Doc Rivers thing, and I forgot to write it down because I had to use the restroom.
You know what, Nate? It's live radio. It happens.
Yeah, right? I know. The only reason I bring it up is the chat. The chat likes to go in on me for that, and that's fine.
The chat's the chat. Let them chat. Let them chat. Anyways,
yeah.
Kings dropped a video at 8 a.m. this morning, and they kind of hinted at this in the playoffs. They're bringing back the old school script next year.
What do you mean?
The jerseys?
No, the 2000.
No. The old school cursive. Now I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the black and purple colors. But it's the
different font, not the blocky font.
It's not the block font. It's the cursive script.
Yeah, you're talking about from the blue jersey, the one they had a few years ago that they brought back. That they did the
font.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
you can
cool.
go all the way back. I mean, that curse has been around a long time, and the thing that kind of throws me off is they also have Sactown in a couple of those in cursive as well.
I think what they're showing off is the cursive is back.
Yeah, and
I would imagine that at least at home games you'll see the old school cursive Kings on that uniform. I'd say home games, like they don't have 15 different uniforms for games.
So didn't they kind of do that with Sactown a couple years ago?
That's what he just said.
Okay, yeah. So sorry, spaced out for just a second. I didn't like that jersey that much.
But I love the old King script.
Yeah, I do too.
To me, that is the best of anything. And we've only seen it done once in the traditional team colors. Remember, it was in the last few years of Arco. They had those alternate black jerseys with the script in front, the silver numbers. Yeah. It's just, I have been waiting for this my whole life, and we're finally here.
I think what I would, and again, I've said this many times to be clear, I don't care if they come out in mankinis.
You should.
Cheetah striped or cheetah spot. I don't care care what they wear as long as they win ball games.
What about the gold jerseys?
Ooh.
I know how you feel about that.
I care about that. I'd rather see them in cheetah spotted mankinis than those gold abominations.
Interesting. What about that Kings?
It doesn't matter.
What about that one that they only sell in the store?
The red one.
The one with the king, the playing card king on it?
Oh God, that one's horrible too.
Would you rather? I forget. Would you rather have that or the gold?
The really bad one. They've never worn it, but they sell it, and I've seen people wear it. It's a Mitchell and Ness variant. Remember the checkered sides?
Oh God!
But they have it split with the white and the baby blue.
I don't. Okay,
like the gradient.
Okay, I don't care what they wear except for. Don't wear the red jerseys. Don't wear the gold jerseys. Get rid of those dumb checkerboard ones that never matched.
I gotta bring my Thomas Robinson one in.
Here's my thing though, dude. If we're gonna do anything uni and jersey related, can we get back to purple, please? Which we didn't see once in the playoffs, which is why we lost. Hey,
really? Because those are the worst of their jerseys.
Okay, so quick question. What color is the beam?
Purple.
Yeah, it is. Because that's the team's color. That's their primary color.
When did they play their best? What jerseys did they wear? Often?
Purple.
Black.
Purple.
Black. The purple sack jerseys are the worst ones. I
don't even listen. If you're advocating for some sort of a redesign, I don't care about the design. Can we just incorporate purple?
I don't have a problem. So if you wear, again, the purple's going to be on everything. Purple's on everything they do, like the white home, quote unquote. What are they? They're not white home jerseys anymore. What are they, like the statement jersey or the association jersey, whatever they are?
I don't.
Purple's everywhere.
I don't know. I get.
Purple to me is a much better, at least, especially with the Kings, an accent color. I get on the logo why it's the primary, but on a jersey, to me, the black jerseys are always the best ones.
I love the black jerseys. I'm fine with that. And honestly, I'd be fine with purple at home and black on. In fact, if I had my way, I love those gray beam jerseys they had this year. I love that look. I love purple and gray.
I'll give you this second best city uniform, and I find most city uniforms to be abominations.
So go gray and purple at home, and go black on the road.
Well, that's the thing. They don't even have
they don't,
home.
yeah.
It's really annoying. I'm with you. That's like my old man thing. I stand on top of that mountain. I will die on it.
We got to get these grades out of the way. Sorry.
Okay, so new script. A. Jerseys.
Oh, I got you. Front office.
A.
Coaching staff.
A.
All right. There's not much to say there.
I mean,
you have the executive of the year and you have the coach of the year.
Right. You can't go any lower than an A. But we also have to add the context, I think, of why.
Well, let me ask you this. Is this the best year for a front office and coaching staff in Sacramento Kings history?
Second best year. I'm going to go 99 first.
Okay.
When you encompass that offseason combined with all the in-season moves,
I agree.
That's Weber, that's Jay Will, that's bringing over Peja, that's signing Vlade, that's signing Scott Pollard, John Barry, Vernon Maxwell.
Have they brought over?
It's Peja's rookie year was the 1919.
Was it 1919?
Yeah, he was off the bench for Corliss. Like that, I mean, that just to me is.
So you go Weber, you go Vlade free agency, you draft Jason Williams number 7, you bring over Peja. Yeah.
You re-sign Corliss, because remember, that was a thing that year. Are they going to be able to re-sign Corliss? And then, like I said, that's the same year you signed Barry, Pollard, who were staples of your bench. Vernon Maxwell, he was there the 1 year, but he was a huge contributor. I mean, the only holdovers from the previous year's team, I believe, were Tariq Abdul-Wahed, Corliss. And I feel like there was one more bench player, but I think I could actually be wrong on that.
That's a good question. Post Malone tickets coming up in the next segment.
Was not on the 99 Kings.
Post Malone?
Yeah.
No, he was not born, I don't believe. Was he? Yeah, he was. He was like 2. Yeah, if we provide context, the front office, and even if you don't count Sabonis, you know, the front office, the Sabonis deal, if we do count it, the Trey Lyles deal, trade, drafting Keegan Murray, hiring Mike Brown, Monty McNair and Wes Wilcox are on a massive heater right now. Massive heater right now. And you just hope they can just maintain, because everything else is on, it's all downhill from here type of thing. Like you hope you can have a year like that in your career.
Of course.
And then for Mike Brown to come in, I will give Mike Brown more credit than anyone for the culture change. I think Mike Brown was the absolute nucleus, and he knew how to get, because listen, De'Aaron Fox has been here, Harrison Barnes has been here, Domantas Sabonis was here last year. Some of this team, a good portion of this team was here last year or for the year. And by the way, not that don't get me wrong, not that they're bad for culture at all. Just Mike Brown was able to take all the ingredients on the team, and instead of making, the analogy I always use, instead of making a creme brulee with filet mignon topping, which great ingredients, terrible mixture, he was able to put everything together into a nice gourmet meal.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, but I also want to factor in the front office to that as well. And here's why I think, and I've always thought this, you look at any winning club, whether it's the Spurs for all those years, or it's teams that have won championships the way the Warriors have over the last several. I feel like the partnership between the front office and the coaching staff, when it is in concert, that is when you're a real championship contender. And I guess that's the thing that gives me so much hope for the Kings as we move forward. Because I think there was a lot of people, and when I mean a lot of people, not just fans, I think a lot of like national, even local media that probably felt like, man, there's like a one-hit wonder type feeling, right? When you watch the Kings, who had no expectations, do what they did. And we've seen those one-hit wonders in the NBA before. But I think the way they performed in the playoffs, and just seeing how in concert that front office and coaching staff is with what type of ingredients Mike Brown needs to make that environment and that culture what it is, that's what gives me hope that this is going to be sustainable for several years.
That's the thing, and that's what Monty McNair had always made kind of his clarion call was, we don't want to, and you look at the Knicks last year, you look at the Bulls, we don't want to push all our chips in so that we can get in the playoffs. We want to push some chips in and be able to sustain a playoff run. And when you look at what they're doing and where they're at, that's exactly what they have done. This is a young core with De'Aaron Fox signed for the next 3 years. You have Sabonis at $21 million, $22 million next year, and almost certainly will, of course, re-sign. Huerter's signed for 3 more years. Monk at $9.9 million next year. Keegan Murray under team control for 4 years.
And that's a rookie contract.
That's a rookie contract. Davion under team control for 3 years. Keegan Murray will make $8.4 million next year, 8.8 the following year, 11 the following year, and 14 the following year.
That's a qualifying offer. He'll sign an extension.
Yes, you're 100% correct. So you're going to have a situation where the Kings have 2 max guys in Fox and Sabonis, and they've got Murray and Mitchell and Huerter all on. Murray, Mitchell, and Huerter combined next year, Jay, are going to make $28 million between the 3 of them. $37 million if you add in Malik Monk.
It's pretty darn good.
$37 million.
It's a good job balancing your cap sheet.
Monk, Murray, Mitchell, and Barnes. $37 million. Just to kind of give you an idea as we go to break how special that is. Tobias Harris will make $39 million next year.
Jeez.
Poor
Tobias.
Yeah.
Catching a stray, although he should have caught way more strays. That's a different conversation, though.
Some of the animals? I rescued my strays. Yeah, I got a little chihuahua.
Yeah, that you try to pawn off to Michelle Dapper 5 times a year when she comes on the radio.
Good point right there. Who's hot, who's not? Going streaking. Will the streaks continue? We will find out right here on SactownSports.com.
It's Cattles and Rami.
I'm having a day, too. I can tell. Walking through Capitol Park today, people with their dogs off leash, and I yell at them, and they have the audacity to act incredulous like I'm the jerk. And then I had some shrimp in the fridge to defrost, and there's a hole in the bag, shrimp juice everywhere, dude. And then I get here, and my computer's not working. I don't know if it's about the laptop or the day preceding the it's laptop. Not about, it's everything. Mirritable.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Folsom Lake Ford has trucks. The F-150s are here. Explorers, Expeditions, and a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. They're in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters, right here in Sacramento for your favorite Ford models at good, fair prices. Short on cash? Buy any new Ford with 0 down. Save big with low interest finance rates. Plus, Folsom Lake Ford is paying top dollar for all trades. We want your vehicle regardless of mileage or condition. This could be the best time to buy a new Ford. Check out the huge inventory online at FolsomLakeFord.com or stop by the dealership and see the most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 30 years. FolsomLakeFord.com. 0
down with approved credit.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
Those stomach issues ruined your birthday.
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday, and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 3 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free, no-obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Everyone knows Elk Grove Kia is home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new Kia. But did you also know that Elk Grove Kia is your one-stop place for used cars? I'm talking over 300 used cars available. With Kia's certified program, with its 165-point quality assurance inspection, we know peace of mind on used cars is important. And that's why we also offer extended service agreements on all our used makes and models. Most prices are under Kelley Blue Book retail. New car protection at used car prices. From used sports cars to used delivery vans, we got them all at Elk Grove Kia. And our financing folks have over 100 years of combined experience. So we approve just about everyone. No credit, little credit, bad credit, no problem. And Elk Grove Kia is proud of our don't like it, bring it back guarantee for up to 3 days or 150 miles, no questions asked. Why would you buy your used car anywhere else? So check us out online at elkgrovekia.com today.
Turn your highway into a smileway. Elk Grove Kia.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Nate Littlefield of
Yes.
Littlefield Industries.
That's me.
Who's hot?
Who's hot? We're gonna go with allegedly, maybe under the influence. Dwight Howard promoting players to come play with him in Taiwan.
He's hot for this?
Yeah, he's hot. He's hot. He was hot in that video. I recommend everyone go out and watch that video.
There's multiple videos, but I think I know the one you're talking about. Was it the one with Katie and who
I'm
else is he
talking about
inviting to China?
It may have been the same one, but I saw a chunk of it. He's trying to get Ja Morant. He called
same
Jordan
video.
Poole. Yeah, Julius Randle. I'd like to point out too, I saw this stat. I'm not sure if it's 100% true. The league he plays in Taiwan, there's only 6 teams. 5 of those teams make the playoffs, and Dwight Howard's team did not make the playoffs.
Couldn't cut it.
Yeah, so he's trying to get hot. Let's say that.
So he's recruiting guys so he can win a CBA title.
Exactly.
Love it.
How funny would it be if Jordan Poole just went over and played with him? It'd be pretty good.
Yeah, there's about 170 million reasons why that's not going to happen.
Who's not?
We're going to go with, originally it was Brett Maher, the kicker for the Cowboys, but he's not on the roster anymore. It's Tristan Vizcano. I don't know if I'm not pronouncing
Let's
that
go
right.
with that, Nate.
But the special teams head coach for Dallas, John Fassett, or Fassel. Excuse me. How do you know that, Jay?
John Fossil.
Because you just said it.
Okay. He had a statement this week where he's considering anybody else on earth to be the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. So if you guys need some extra cash,
Dave,
go try out.
It's time.
For
Your lifelong dream.
For my big
Your
comeback.
midlife crisis.
Let's see what Mitch thinks. Hi, Mitch.
Oh, let me pull over. I'm sorry. How you guys doing?
Good. Mitch, you want Post Malone tickets or are you out of town?
I'm a little out of town.
All right. Then we'll take the 5th. All right, we'll take the 5th caller then at 1-800-920-1140. Post Malone tickets. Live Nation has teamed up with Sactown Sports for your chance to see Post Malone at the Toyota Amphitheater August 15th. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now. Looking for lucky caller number 5 for more information. Visit SactownSports.com. Go ahead. Hi, Mitch.
Yeah. You talking about jerseys? I think the Giants could do a little better, and especially the Dodgers. That's not a big step there, keeping the same blue. They could have used the Hollywood, the Walk of Fame, the stars, the ocean.
Mitch.
They could have done a lot of things, right?
Mitch, the Dodgers jersey is iconic. You don't mess around with greatness.
Oh, I agree with you. But I'm talking about the City Connect.
Oh, the City Connect's awful. It's disgusting.
I didn't peg Mitch as a uni guy. Mitch, I just didn't think you'd care about uniforms. You learn something every day.
Well, a T-shirt's right. I'm not spending money on jerseys. They make enough money. Yeah. Kings, I give everybody a good grade. Maybe with the coach and GM, can't give him a minus the next to A because they couldn't give it Harrison Barnes, and they didn't play my boy Metu enough, to tell you the truth. And just trade Harrison Barnes. He gets a C minus. I'm sorry. I'm still waiting for his potential to be reached. He's in his 30s already. You better hurry up.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate you.
Did not have the Kings head coaching staff and front office grade going down for lack of Chimezie Metu minutes. If anything, this is going to sound really mean, but I feel this one.
No, it's going to don't be mean then.
I would have brought the grade down because I thought maybe sometimes there's a little too much reliance on Chimezie.
Chimezie
Chimezie's fine.
Interesting because there were times when Chimezie would come in, you're like, oh my God, where is this?
Well, he's a great athlete, first and foremost. And when you put him in the right spots, especially if you're using him 10 to 15 minutes, can set him up in that like dunker's position. He's he can give you minutes there, but it's when like there's 17 seconds left on the shot clock and Chimezie wants to shoot a 3.
Yeah.
No.
That's not the
don't
right way
do
to go.
that.
Shall we go streaking, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we have time in the segment. Let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking!
We're streaking!
Right, we're going to go a little out of order on this because I would like to attempt to get Jason on the phone here to A, wish him a happy birthday, and B, get his pick.
You want me to call him?
Yeah, if you can try to call him right now on the hotline.
Okay, because the lines are full, so I got to call
You go to
out.
line 6, can't you?
Yes, you can go to the hotline, Nate. That's actually preferred.
No, I knew. Never mind.
Nate.
We'll do this off air.
Do it live.
No, we want him on the air.
Yeah, we want to like him on the air, please. We don't want him off the air. Go ahead.
All right, Dave, let's go to you. You were riding a 1-game streak, and you didn't take Protestant sprinter. You took Christian Walker.
Hey.
He didn't play. By the way, I do believe you have a amazing lead on DNPs this year.
But like the team played.
The team played. They just didn't play Christian Walker.
Had an off day?
No, they did not want to, play him against the Oakland A's for whatever reason. So you can either pick a new player or you can stick with Christian Walker.
I feel like unless it's an injury or something, it's almost like
I didn't read of any injuries.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now. I think it's the ethical thing to do.
Okay.
To continue with Christian Walker.
All right. Again, Jason Ross is usually next, but we will leave that to the phone. Nate, were we able to get him, or is he not?
I'm not, but I mean the lines are glowing. I just don't know if it'd be his number. That's the issue.
No, Nate.
I called out. I dialed out, and he didn't answer either. So
he's probably on the golf course right now.
But usually Jason's really good about sending me his pick.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done it. Come on, Jason.
This is good radio. We acknowledge live phone calls on the air
to a host who's not here.
Yeah, to a host that's not here while he's on.
It'd be weird if we were calling him if he was.
He's probably like, honestly, his ringer's on. It's in the cart, but he's like, they're all on the green.
Yep.
And so it's ringing super loud, and he's like major embarrassed.
Also, probably ruined his putt. Jason's gonna shoot double bogey when he should have parred 7.
Hi, it's Jason. I'm not available right
Jason.
now. But
All right.
leave me a message and I'll return your call. Thank you.
Well,
leave him a voicemail.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We need your pick, Jason.
Please.
Jason, we miss you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We need your pick. 1-800-920-1140.
If not, it defaults to the whoever's the leadoff hitter for the A's tonight.
You could text us at 916-339-1140.
California Raisins.
All right. That was Nate. We'll talk to you
He
later.
knows.
All right. Well, we'll just reveal Jason.
Oh, he's calling.
There he is.
Jason.
Hey.
What's up, Nate?
Hey. You're on the
Screw
air.
Nate. Talk to me and Dave.
Hey, it's us. Are you on the golf course?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, good. We were worried that like one of those things where you left your ringer on and your phone's in the cart and you were out on the putt, putt and everything and being embarrassed. Where are you at? Are you in a lodge or a room or something?
Yeah, in a room, but there's no carts here, Dave. Remember, it's all walking. You gotta get steps in.
Right.
Yeah, that's why Dave told me earlier he'll never play Bandon Dunes because he's not there to exercise while playing golf.
Come on now. Too much exercise.
Jason, so happiest of birthdays,
Happy birthday,
first of
Jason
all.
Ross!
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
But did Tyler Stevenson wish you a happy birthday by getting a hit yesterday?
Oh, did he?
Jason. Tyler Stevenson extended your hit streak to 7.
Happy birthday. Wow. 7-game streak.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
He's right on my heels of 10.
That's right.
I'm trying to get there, Jay.
1/7 of your age today.
Yes. Wow.
That was kind of a compliment. Do that.
All right. Birthday boy, who are we picking today? Sorry to put you on the spot.
I'll only talk to you, Jay. I'm done with who's the other guy? New guy in studio?
Car Maker Dave.
Oh, yeah.
1/7. That would make him 49 today. That was a compliment.
I don't like that call.
Not a very
good
good
call.
call. Hey, by the way, did you play? I assume you played 18 yesterday.
Yes.
Which course?
Yesterday was Old McDonald.
You had a farm, and how'd you do?
It was pretty good, especially for just the second round of the year. Not too bad.
Okay, and weather up there?
Weather, it was weird. So arrived the day before at nighttime, but it was a record 90 degrees up here, which has never happened.
Wow.
I don't think we've ever been over 75 when we've been here. And then yesterday, so from 90 on Sunday, it was like low 60s yesterday.
I am absolutely blown away. It was 90 in Bandon, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it was 60 and overcast, a little bit of, Old McDonald always has a lot of wind. So, yeah, we had wind.
Rest of the week, 63, 59, 60, and 60. That's my kind of weather.
Yes.
Jason hates it.
I'm enjoying it up here.
Who are you taking?
I'm going to take, you know what? On my birthday, I'm going with my guy. All rise.
Oh,
Aaron
the cheater.
Judge.
Oh, cheater judge.
Wait. Excuse me?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
What?
Might want to read the paper.
Yeah, read their who was it? Toronto's broadcast group.
Leave Malone on his birthday.
They caught Aaron Judge like doing the shifty eye back to the dugout, and then he hit his second home run of the day. And they're wondering if he's if they're stealing signs.
He's Astroing.
Were there trash cans involved?
Not that we know.
Oh, just the pitching staff.
Well, the A's weren't playing. Oh,
nice.
Thank you. All right. So is that?
That's that. We'll go with cheater judge.
What?
I don't like that call.
Yeah. See, first he was mad at me. Now he's mad at you.
That's fine.
What course? What course today?
Today is the original Bandon Dunes.
Bandon Dunes.
Yeah.
Well, have fun. Happy birthday. We miss you, but we're glad you're getting the week off, and we'll see you Monday.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
All rise.
All rise.
Gross.
All rise.
You rise. I picked Fred Freeman, the ambassador of Canada.
That's right.
Fred Freeman got a hit.
Wow.
That's 2 in a row for me.
Nobody had their streak end today.
Or did they? Remember, we still have Nate to go.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to stick with my Doyers. I'm going to go Max Muncy today.
Okay, Maximum Muncy.
Nate picked the muscular Pete Alonso.
Yes.
Pete Alonso got a hit for you yesterday. Nate did one.
Nice.
All right, Nate, who are you taking?
I'm sticking with dumpster fire. Brent Rooker for the A's.
Wow. Brent Rooker's been anything but a dumpster
No,
fire
just
this
the
year.
A's. Just the A's.
That's awful. All right, there we go. It's Christian Walker, Aaron Judge, Max Muncy, and Brent Rooker. Make sure you at home pay attention to all 4 of those games tonight.
Scooter on the chat wants to know what the heck is Bandon Dune? One word. Bandon Dune. Like Brigadoon, but Bandon Dune.
Bandon Dune was
a sequel to Dune.
Excellent cricket player in 1947.
Yeah, he was. I was going to go actor. We'll take a break. When we return, are the Lakers playing with house money? Western Conference Finals starts tonight. We'll look at that next.
The Kings season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
Expectations coming into the season and how we performed. I mean, it's one of the more special seasons that I've had in my 11 years.
Stay tuned all off season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Get top deals on everything you need to freshen up your yard, like the Cobalt 24-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit, only at Lowe's. Was $199, now just $149. Plus, get your lawn in shape with up to $15 off select Scott's Easy Seed Lawn Repair Mixes. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040. That's 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, as the A's continue to search for the right combinations after a tough start, one of the newcomers is outfielder J.J. Bleday. Drafted 4th overall by the Marlins out of Vandy back in 19, dealt to the A's in the offseason in the A.J. Puck deal, and so far so good. In his first 6 games as an Athletic, Bleday was batting .364 with a couple of home runs. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Hey, it's Ram season, Chad. What's going on up at Hoblet?
Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. That's real savings off one of America's most comfortable and popular Ram trucks. No surprise add-ons or dealer markups, just pure savings you won't find anywhere else.
Well, what about heavy duties?
We have Northern California's largest selection of heavy-duty Ram trucks with savings up to $6,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 2500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Again, no surprise fees, add-ons, or dealer markups, just savings. Just one of the reasons why we've received the Walter P. Chrysler Award for outstanding customer service for 3 years in a row. Plus, with Hoblet's Peace of Mind guarantee, you can buy with confidence.
Search, select, and save through their full inventory at HobletDodge.com or experience their award-winning customer service with a test drive at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. Best prices, best selection, period.
11,000 total net savings after 7128 factory rebates and 3872 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% off MSRP retail bonus cash based on 10% of MSRP. 5 of this net savings sample VIN 558887. 6,000 total net savings after 4,500 factory rebates and 1,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 2022 Ram diesel engine bonus cash and $500 on-the-job commercial outfit. Must show $500 in eligible uplift equipment. More than 5 of each net savings.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Doc Rivers is out of a job. He's lost his head coaching job as the purge continues in the NBA. After 3 seasons of being the 76ers head coach, the father of Austin Rivers and father-in-law of Seth Curry will look for a new chapter in his life. The NBA Western Conference Finals begin today, and it's a replica of the 2020 matchup. Lakers are heading to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. We also have the NBA Draft Lottery tonight, and Kings fans get to take the night off. Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number 1 overall pick. For tomorrow, the Heat are taking on the Celtics in Boston, and Miami's the first 8 seed in 24 years to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Tip for that game is also at 5:30 p.m. Those are the headlines. Let's go to the last hour of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
I want to talk about the Lakers.
Let's talk about the Nuggets.
We had all day, but at this point with the Lakers, on one hand, 7 seed.
Right.
On the other hand,
not 7 seed,
not
really.
7 seed.
Right.
Like a joke of a 7
asterisk
seed.
7 seed.
So is this house money for them?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's not house money for them.
100% house
There's
money.
never house money with the Lakers.
I disagree.
Just like there's never house money with the Celtics.
No, there's house money with the Celtics. There have
a-
been some really bad Celtics teams.
There's a different level of expectation when it comes to that franchise. So whereas, for example, if the Kings were in the Western Conference Finals, that's house money. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers, they make the finals. It's not house money. It's a wonderful thing about a franchise, and it's also the curse of a franchise. I would so much rather in some aspects be in our position for the short term, but then I would have also had all the titles they have. For the Lakers, that franchise and their fans, whether you like it or not, whether you think they're spoiled or not, whether you think they're good fans or not, if they don't win a championship with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the season was a failure. Not Giannis Antetokounmpo's steps to success. It's a failure.
Yeah, but you can't rate something a failure based upon a fan base that, let's just face it, not the, if you had to rank smartest fan bases in sports, wouldn't be towards the top, number one. And by the way, that fan base is still going to buy all the season tickets. They're still going to walk around, 17 rings.
Sure.
We're going to be back next year. They'll be fine. But do you have the Lakers right now favored to win the title of the 4 teams remaining?
Not.
Okay.
I do not.
Do you have them favored over Denver right now?
I slightly do not.
Okay.
Very close, but no.
Because of that, and because you can always, every team can make this argument when they make a ton of deadline deals. Hey, man, we really made those deals. We saw with the Kings last year. You know, this wasn't a short-term deal to get Domantas Sabonis.
Sure.
This wasn't a short-term deal to bring over D'Lo and Vanderbilt and Beasley. We're setting the foundation for next year and the year after that. And that's why I think this is house money for the Lakers. I think they're in such a good position right now. Win, lose, then you can't draw. So win or lose. I actually think from all angles, they're fine. Because normally I'd agree with you from a traditional standpoint. Yeah, Lakers don't win a title. It's a failure. But also going into the season and in the early part of the season, this team was looked at as like tops a 6 seed, given what we saw the year before and the roster they brought into the season.
I guess,
I know the goalpost move,
right? And that's the thing, though. I guess it would help to have a starting line here to analyze, like from whose perspective, because I'll go back and say from the franchise and fans' point of view with the Lakers, if they don't win a championship, they consider it a failure. Are you talking about like a historical NBA?
I'm not talking historical. I'm talking about just right now. Because, yes, historically, I get
for a
that
7 seed, not Lakers.
But that's the thing. For a 7 seed, when has there ever been a 7 seed that's been expected to win a title or even really, truly compete for one?
No, I agree with you, and I don't want to get hung up on 7 seed, but this was also the year of, okay, who's most likely to win a title? The 1 seeds in either conference or
the field,
and we would have all taken the field,
That's
even though
fair.
both Boston and Denver are still
But
alive.
let's also remember who was in that field towards the top.
The Suns, the Warriors, the Lakers were in the field,
Bucks.
the Bucks.
What about the Heat now?
The Heat, yeah, exactly.
Like, is that? What expectations do you have on the Heat, Jay?
To me, the Heat are in a similar situation. You're playing with house money because everybody and their mom. I mean, the Heat. I believe the percentage came out of what percent chance they're given to. They have a 3% chance to win this series.
Yes,
that's house money.
You're talking, and again, we're talking about the general.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're also, for example, I'll go back again. The Kings are the 3 seed. The Heat are the 8 seed. The Lakers are the 7 seed. If the Kings were in the conference finals, I believe everybody, we would be getting so tired of the term house money because it would be being used so much. I don't think the Lakers fans of franchise, and I don't think Heat fans of franchise are saying house money right now because historically they expect championships. So from a league standpoint, yes, a 7 seed or an 8 seed being in the conference finals is 100% house money. I just think there is a middle ground there where we go, yeah, but if the Lakers or Heat or Celtics, Warriors.
Well, I think the context there is, again, and I agree with your point about the 7-8 seed in the historical standpoint there. But you mentioned like Kings, Lakers. I guarantee you Vegas is probably picking the Lakers, right? In a Western Conference Finals.
I'm pretty sure I saw that, kind of like what I had said. I think Denver is like an easy favorite.
They're not a heavy favorite.
No,
for sure.
they are not. They are not.
But Boston, but again, go on the other side, and because that's what makes it so fascinating. Because I feel like, just as we're saying, the Lakers aren't your traditional 7. There's no way in hell the Heat are your traditional 8. And the people are giving them no chance to beat Boston.
The Nuggets odds to win the series -145, the Lakers +120. That is incredibly close. And for those of you not familiar with how that works, that means that if you put $100 down on in order to win $100 on the Nuggets, you would have to bet $145. If you bet $100 on the Lakers, you would win $120. So you have to bet more to win less on the Nuggets.
Can you look up Celtics and Heat while you're doing that?
Yeah, and that one is, I want to say they're an 8-1 favorite.
Like I said, to me, it's pretty heavy Boston, what I saw.
Yeah. Boston is a big, and it's, yeah. So, for example, the Nuggets are -145.
Mhm.
In order to win $100 on the Celtics, you would have to bet $500.
Jeez. To win $1?
To win $100.
Okay,
$100. Yeah, not that much. If you wanted to put $100 down on the Heat, you would win $375. And by the way, and also, again, I have to say this every once in a while, the way odds work, it's not like this is necessarily what the odds makers think. These are the odds that they put out there because they're trying to get as close to equal amounts of money on both sides, and then they make their money off the juice and other things. So, but I'll tell you right now, the best value bet available is the Miami Heat. Not that I think they're going to beat the Celtics, but at +375, are you telling me if the Heat beat the Celtics and Jimmy Butler crushed their spirits, would you be shocked?
No, and let's remember, the Miami Heat were in the conference finals last year.
That's correct.
And in 3 of the last 4 years, they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals with a finals appearance.
That's correct. That is 100% correct.
Which is why, again, it's just fascinating. And listen, the Celtics got taken to, 6 games by Atlanta, 7 games by the Sixers.
Yeah.
That's why it's so fascinating to see the disparity in the 2 conference finals, given how many similarities there are.
Excuse me, I said Boston was the 2 seed. Thank you, Russell. Or the 1 seed, they're the 2 seed. I think Miami's a better team than Philly.
I do too.
And Philly just took them to 7.
That's my point.
And the Heat are just did they go 6 with the Knicks?
They went 6 with the Hawks, I thought, right?
Who, the Celtics?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the Heat went 6 with the Knicks, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So the Heat have had a little bit of rest. They can 100% win on the road. That doesn't matter.
We already saw them blow out the number 1 seed. They beat them 3 straight games.
Yeah, they did. Now, granted, Giannis had an injury, but your point stands. That's a lot. Wow. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised at those odds.
That's kind of why I wanted to have this conversation about the whole house money thing, because I'm like, wow, this is fascinating the way we're treating one series versus the other.
I am super happy that I don't gamble.
I'm going to ask you this. You had to pick an upset right now.
I pick the Heat.
You pick the Heat, right?
Yeah,
I would too.
Without a doubt. Because the other upset would be the Lakers. And the funny thing is, the Lakers would almost not be an upset based on the odds. It's a tick away from a pick 'em. Yet, I'll take the team that Boston's -500 on. To me, that's the most value is in the Heat, and the sucker bet is on Boston. And that doesn't mean I think Boston's going to lose the series.
Sure.
But I'm saying you got to look at value and opportunity, and I think those numbers are way off.
And if you're a Celtic fan, you've seen your team not show up for a few games in this postseason.
Yes, you have.
You cannot do that against a Miami Heat team with Eric Spoelstra as the head coach and Jimmy Butler as the alpha on that team. Like, if I'm a Celtics fan, I'm nervous about this series.
I'm incredibly nervous. We'll take a break. I wonder how Nick's doing.
I am sure Nick's nervous.
I would imagine so, too. Is Nick playing with house money as a Boston fan?
He is not.
When we come back, how does the A's potential move to Vegas stack up with other relocations? We'll take a look at that. And A's attendance is an old topic, but it's coming to new levels, dude.
Also, a little more news coming out this morning. Little teensy bits about that deal in Vegas.
Look at Jay's tease. We'll get right back to you after this.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Hey, movie fans, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento is now serving adult beverages. Rev your engines for Fast X, the IMAX experience, playing this week.
I am the man that's going to break your family. Piece by piece. You will never be able to break my family.
The Fast X family is back on the largest screen in Sacramento. Getting tickets is easy. Visit IMAX.com/Sacramento for reserved seating. Plus, join the free IMAX Directors Club to receive special member pricing on tickets and concession purchases each time you visit the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Nick Cattle's reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Start your grilling season right with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers from Green Acres Nursery and Supply. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill, it's turning me into a pro. Just ask my friends that came over a couple weeks ago for my get-together. Napoleon Grills features other grills that just can't match. Built different, built better, built to last. I may never want to cook indoors again. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Go to Napoleon.com for your nearby Napoleon Grills dealer. Napoleon Grills, now is the time for the best selection of grills and fine accessories.
Bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Bump your booty out there, brother.
Just felt like playing a random G-Man highlight.
It's not random. That's an all-time.
I'm not saying it's not an all-timer by G-Man. I'm just saying it, contextually speaking, which is totally a word.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. If you're going to pick one, to me, that's the best one.
We got nothing else going on.
We got a lot going on, sir. How dare you? We got A's talk right now. We're talking attendance.
That's true.
Stadiums.
I guess the A's don't got a lot going on right now.
No, the thing is they crowd. Actually, in the crowd, they really don't.
Did you say 2,000, about 2,000 attended earlier, and that's about 4%?
That was Dave. So here's the actual figure.
Okay. You always got to fact check that guy.
Yeah. This is Arash Markazi on Twitter. The announced crowd for the Oakland A's Arizona Diamondbacks game at the Coliseum on Monday was 2,064, which was the smallest for a home game since 1979. A source, however, told the Bay Area News Group that there were just around 1,400 actual fans in attendance.
It's like weird, but it almost... Like, I'm going to go to a couple of A's games this year. I did last year.
Wow, funding John Fisher.
Just it's almost at the point where it's like you just want to, like, when are you ever going to see that again? Like, actual Major League, well, at least half of Major League Baseball team and whoever they're playing. How are and I'd like to know the other ends of the story too. Like, are they still? Is every concession being manned right now? Like, are they having to close down? I would have. How are you going to staff all of that?
Yeah.
You're literally paying more in labor than you're getting in, and let's be honest, a lot of it's just found money for them when it comes to whatever season ticket base they have that's going to pay no matter what. Their TV deal, revenue sharing, blah, 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 whatever players they're going to sell off for pennies on the dollar, selling future draft picks, whatever they can do to do. Interesting.
So we're going to talk, I know we're going to talk about the actual relocation stuff, but a little more stuff leaking out about what's going on in Vegas with the stadium. This is from Michael Colbrano on Twitter. It says, according to my colleagues in Carson City, Nevada, the holdup on the bill for the A's Stadium is working out the public's $395 million share of the financing. We knew that.
Yeah.
But also completing a transportation mobility study and figuring out parking. And they're supposed to have this draft done in 6 days. Now, you, sir, are a veteran of arenas being built and all the other stuff that goes into the, political side of it.
Yeah.
That stuff usually takes a while, right? That's not just, hey, let's just crunch a couple numbers and throw it out there.
Back in the day, you're correct. But now with Microsoft Stadium Manager, you just roll in and just put everything in their templates, and boom, out comes a complete legislative deal.
I can't imagine people are, maybe, putting numbers in that might make the projections a little higher than what they're actually going to be. I'm just a guy talking.
I don't know what. Now, granted, There's some, John Fisher, Oakland A's variant of a Kunal merchant right now that is holed up in a hotel room or an office space.
Of course.
Furiously typing away on language, but no matter what they do, it's going to be half-ass.
I mean, this is the same group that's saying, hey, we expect 2.5 million of visitors to this stadium, this 30,000 seat stadium annually. And we did the math yesterday. Even if you sold out all 81 games, that's like an eighth of that $2.5 million number.
And the stupid thing about it too, and this is just from a PR standpoint, it's not just everything else. These are fixable mistakes. These are unnecessary mistakes. They don't need to put those projections that high. What they're going to do is they're going to give opposition groups all the ammo they need to go to legislators and say, hey, they're cooking the books. And if they're cooking the books this obviously, what else is baked into this whole legislative agenda they're putting forth that we're going to be $400 million on the hook for? You can't do that. They don't need to do that. Vegas want to figure out a way to get them there. And the A's are stepping all over themselves trying to do it. Their lease is up at Oakland Coliseum after the end of next year. They got to get going on something because in 2025, they're homeless. Yeah, they could play AAA at the Las Vegas Aces Stadium, but I believe that is not a closed stadium.
No, it's open. And you're in the middle of summer,
right?
In Vegas.
That's the point. You're going to have.
I already wonder why they do that, anyways. But different story.
But this is a very, very, very real thing right here that I'm about to say, and it hasn't even really been talked about. They're out of it in 2024. Okay, so they play one more year in Oakland, which would be disastrous.
Yeah, you think the attendance is bad this year? Oh my gosh.
Then whether this is their last year and they just beg out, they buy their way out or whatever. Here's the problem. I don't think they can play in the AAA stadium. And what I mean by
from
that
a logistics standpoint?
No, from a players association standpoint. Remember, the minor league players association, these are guys that get paid like $20,000 a year. And they just got a nice $5,000 raise or something stupid because they had to have the major leaguers sign on to it. This is not the same players association. And so now you're asking the Major League Baseball Players Association to be okay within summertime when temperatures reach regularly 114, 115 degrees to have them go play in Las Vegas. First and foremost, every game's going to have to be a night game.
Yes.
You legitimately cannot have a day game. Anytime. I mean, you have April and possibly May. You could do it. Possibly October. That's the A's. Possibly, no, not even late September, but most of May, June, July, August.
The hottest months of the year.
You can't have day games.
And we're talking, when you're saying this in the MLBPA, right?
Yes.
Are you referring to the A's specifically, or we also have to remember there's 29 other teams?
No. That's who I'm referring to. But by the way, the A's are covered by that too.
Right.
The A's and the Giants and everybody are all covered. So you're going to have them representing the A's having to do that 81 games a year. And you're going to represent them having Freddie Smith with Colorado coming from Denver and going down there and being expected to play. By the way, not just 115, but God knows what it is on the field itself.
Well, and they don't have the necessary amenities. Now, and by the way, I know we're comparing it to Oakland Coliseum, but the amenities aren't the same for Major League Baseball teams.
No.
They're going to go into this. And by the way, it's a nice stadium for AAA baseball.
Sure.
But there's a reason it's a stadium for AAA baseball and AAA baseball only. And I don't think people factor that in.
What's the name of the Las Vegas team?
Aviators.
The Aviators.
And I think total attendance there is $8,000. I think $8,000 is the max.
I'm trying to look right now. But I mean, I'm looking right now at hydration stations.
Also, what do you do with the Aviators?
Send them to. I don't know, dude. Send them to Area 450 or Area 451, Area 50, Area whatever the hell it is.
The one where the aliens are?
It's just such a no pun intended, half-baked idea. It's so stupid. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight? There's actually stuff to watch. Tonight we've also got crosstalk. Who's doing? Is it
be Rami and Chris Watkins?
Chris Watkins. Okay, I haven't seen Rami in a
The
long
Rob
time.
Dog.
I haven't seen Rami since. I don't think I've seen Rami since draft day, a Keegan Murray draft day out at whatever the heck.
When he's in here, there's something we need to talk about that he said on Twitter, and I was shocked and a little disappointed.
Didn't we have a staff meeting? You didn't see him there?
Wasn't it Zoom?
He wasn't there for the staff meeting.
I was there. Staff meeting.
Yeah, more like staff infection.
The Kings season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
I feel like we grew a lot during this playoff series with our defense, and if we can sustain that during the year, that's going to help us a lot.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday. We're out the door to a comfortable start. Enjoy it because today is going to run much warmer for the afternoon. Bright sunshine, a light north wind. Highs today in the mid-90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Right now at the Roseville Auto Mall, we've got the best Memorial Day savings and selection we've had in years. Head out to Eureka Road off I-80 and kick off summer with a new car, truck, or SUV during the giant Memorial Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I want to talk to you about my friends at American Energy. We can all agree on one thing. Your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. Now, all you have to do, go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote today. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide those great pricing options they have, the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home without having somebody coming to your house. Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your specific needs are, call 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Get top deals on everything you need to freshen up your yard, like the Cobalt 24-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit, only at Lowe's. Was $199, now just $149. Plus, get your lawn in shape with up to $15 off select Scott's Easy Seed Lawn Repair Mixes. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now. What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep, switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at Uma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
We see a lot of pollutants like trash, pet waste, cigarette butts, pesticides, and fluid leaks from vehicles on our highways and in our waterways. This isn't what we want. Clean waterways, clean creeks. Now that is what we want. You can help change this to that by picking up after your pet, properly disposing of litter, and reducing pesticide use. All Californians can protect our waterways. Learn how at BeRiverFriendly.net.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Franklin Rosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything from living rooms to sofas to sectionals to dining rooms to home offices and so much more. And while you're there at Naturewood Home Furnishings, don't miss the parking lot clearance featuring drastically reduced closeouts, floor samples, and discontinued items now up to 50% off and more. Right now at the Naturewood Memorial Day sale, you can save in the store and in the parking lot. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available for you at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
M&S Auto Sales is grateful for their many repeat customers. Ask one, and they might say they come back because it's the best car buying experience. Others come back to get the vehicle they want and save a ton of cash on a clean, late model, top-selling vehicle that they can be proud to own. The team at M&S Auto welcomes you, including first-time buyers. El Camino Avenue, just off the Cap City Freeway. MSAutogroup.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf.com's Alan Bastable offers 8 sneaky ways for stubbornly average players to break 80. First, play sensible tees. Hitting 7 and 8 irons into greens instead of hybrids give chances at 4s and 3s. Check the par. There's no shame in doing so on a par 70 course. 3, check the forecast. A day after rain can mean soft greens. 4, avoid big numbers. It's not the bogeys that will derail a 79. It's a couple of bigger scores. 5, you got to believe. Give yourself a pep talk and temper the feelings of gloom. 6, keep like-minded company. If you're a grinder, play with fellow grinders, or play with music, or gamble if that's your game. 7, a little luck helps. Even tour players recognize luck. 8, don't obsess over, breaking 80. You're going to know if you have a good round going, so have your partner keep score. At the 18th tee, ask where you stand, as it may affect the way you approach the hole. Sounds simple, huh? Now go out and do it. And have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
I'm Nate Littlefield, and these are your Sactown Sports headlines. Doc Rivers is out of a job as the head coach purge continues in the NBA. After 3 seasons being the 76ers head coach, the father of Austin Rivers and father-in-law of Seth Curry will be looking for a new chapter in his life. The NBA Western Conference Finals begin today, and it's a replica of the 2020 matchup. The Lakers take on Denver, and tip-off will be at 5:30 p.m. Also for tonight, we have the NBA Draft Lottery. Kings fans get the year off, which is nice for us. Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio all have the best odds for the number 1 overall pick. And for tomorrow, the Heat take on the Celtics in Boston. Miami's the first 8 seed in a quarter century, 24 years to be exact, to make the Eastern Conference Finals. The last team to do it was the Knicks, and the Heat are also only the second team to do it. Tip for that game is also at 5:30 p.m. Those are the headlines. Let's get back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and special guest host Jay Mars.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
YouTube chat. Hello to everybody. Go to YouTube, subscribe, like, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it.
Say nice things. Hit the thumbs up. We're a community. Communities need to be, supportive of one another.
Jay Mars is in there saying that we deserve an EPL team, so we should have an English Premier League team.
Sactown Sports or Sacramento?
Sacramento, right?
Absolutely. Listen, people want to crap all over this city. I'm here to tell you this. Sacramento has already shown the support we give the NBA. English Premier Soccer? I'm telling you.
Yeah, English Premier Soccer. Hey, if we got, I got a question. I see Chris in the back there. So just thumbs up, thumbs down from your chair, Chris. If Sacramento had an MLS team, would they ever be able to get on the same level as Man City for you? That's a no. That's a quick no. Would they be your number 2 team? He's kind of a half-hearted thumbs up. I mean, come on.
No one Sacramento stan. Christopher Lott.
Christopher Lott, yeah. Chris actually goes to a lot of Republic games. Or as he likes to call them, not Man City games.
That's true. I mean, both answers are correct.
Western Conference Finals tonight. Yeah. Lakers, Nuggets. Nuggets, Lakers.
Excited's not the right word. Are you intrigued by this matchup?
I am.
Okay.
As a pure basketball fan, I am very intrigued by this matchup. For example, Denver is favored by 6. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
That altitude, man.
I am really intrigued as to how Nikola Jokic is going to do against Anthony Davis. Now, Anthony Davis wasn't on any MVP lists. Anthony Davis was not considered on that level. But I would say this. Anthony Davis is to centers when it comes to rankings this year, what the Lakers are to seedings.
So basically, because of the injuries and all that stuff, we do not look at him the way we should.
We don't. But if Anthony Davis if you told me right now that Anthony Davis was going to play all 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and he was going to average 32 or more minutes.
And by the way, to your point, just some stats to back that up. He averaged almost 26 points, 12.5 boards this year.
How about the
9 on win share?
And oh, by the way, he's a goalie. This is a guy that can absolutely block shots.
Not trying to split hairs there, but I think goalie is actually really doesn't do him justice on the defensive end. To your point, 3-time block champion, but also 4-time all-defensive team. The guy can also match up and body dudes as well when he needs to. He can go out on the perimeter and guards guys. That's how good of a defender he is at that spot.
Fun fact for you, he averaged 2.2 blocks per game. In the I want to see who was the leader in blocks this year in the NBA. Let me go to stats. I just want the number for you. It was Anthony Davis with 3.3. So he averaged 2.2 blocks a game against Golden State. He averaged 4.3 against Memphis.
How many did he have alone in that first round series, total? I know the average was high, but his total was ridiculous for a while.
26.
There. Yeah, it's stupid.
He had 7 in game 1, 5 in game 2, 3 in game 3, 4, 2, and then 5 in their final matchup.
Can you think of any center in the NBA that is a tougher matchup for Nikola Jokic?
That's what's fun. I don't know. Because Nikola Jokic is so untraditional.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Denver's going to say, all right, let's bring AD out of the box and bring him up here, which is going to
that opens a lot of doors for that Nuggets offense to get into the post, man.
And I don't know how they're going to play him. It's really, to me, this is possibly the most fascinating matchup of the playoffs is Jokic and Davis. Because LeBron, who the hell is LeBron matching up with? LeBron's LeBron.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. plays 0 defense.
Denver is the better team.
KCP is a good defender, but he's not. Sure. Imagine KCP up with LeBron. He's too small. I mean, to me, he's the best defender.
KCP knows his game a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Denver is the better team, I think. But the Lakers have 2 of the top 3 players in the series.
The only other comps I could make on that defensive end real quick that I think could give Jokic problems are probably Jaren Jackson Jr., maybe Bam. But I think AD might be the one. Although Jaren Jackson Jr. can make a super compelling case. But yeah, going back to what you said, if you had to rank the top 5 players, do you have Jokic at 1 right now?
Yeah.
Then probably LeBron, AD.
Yes.
Who's 4 and 5?
Jamal Murray.
Okay. Aaron Gordon?
Maybe. Yeah.
So.
But the Lakers do have depth.
The Lakers have really good depth. We've talked about this. I thought of all the teams at the trade deadlines, they made the best moves. And that counts the Rui Hachimura trade, which came, a couple weeks before the deadline.
Yeah.
But I thought Rui is great. He's been good off the bench for them. Gives them that size, which is going to be very important in this series.
Sure.
Vanderbilt, I thought, God, that was a guy I wish the Kings would have grabbed. And they almost did.
I completely agree with you, by the way.
They just came in the Lakers came in with that offer. D'Angelo Russell has, in his own words, essentially been unlocked in LA. I'm paraphrasing, but he had spoke to how he felt really restrained in Minnesota, and the Lakers just kind of letting him play his game, and he's blossomed there. Much to my surprise, I didn't think he would work out there, but he's played really well. They made so many good moves to improve that team, to improve the pieces around AD and LeBron, which I always felt is when you're 2-star heavy like that, it matters so much. And this is where your GM really makes their money, is how do you put people around them? And give Rob Pelinka credit, and we've given him a lot of crap over the years. I thought he did a magnificent job putting those pieces around AD and LeBron.
You could make an argument because no one's ripped Rob Pelinka as much as I have for, having the most privileged GM in the NBA.
Oh, without a doubt.
But you could make an argument that if Executive of the Year was only 4 moves from the start of the season to the end of the season, Rob Pelinka wins it. In fact, I don't think there is an argument against that.
I would definitely say this: from the deadline to the end of the season, he wins it unanimously.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now, if you really want to be a stickler, which I am, some of those trades too, you're going, why are these teams helping them out like this? Like,
it feels that way, right?
Doesn't it kind of feel that way?
I mean, it does feel like the Jazz essentially handed him Vanderbilt, Beasley, and who was the other one? Oh, well, Russell came over from Minnesota. But yeah, although I feel like Minnesota did improve in that trade by getting Conley. I think he was a much more stabilizing force, but in the end, it didn't even really matter. And I always thought, everyone gave Ainge a lot of praise on that trade for getting that. He got a 27 or a 29?
Yeah.
But there's protections on it.
Nuggets, and as we go to break, Nuggets and Lakers played 3 times this year. Anthony Davis played in all 3 games. The last game they played in, which was towards the end of the season. Let me see here, guys. Sorry, give me a second because I scrolled down. Maybe it wasn't. No, I'm sorry. It was last time these teams played was December 16th. In that game, Anthony Davis had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and a block in 17 minutes. Nikola Jokic had 25, 11, and 8.
Did Davis get hurt?
He must have, yeah, because he only played 17 minutes.
And, they asked Jokic about, this Lakers team.
Yeah.
He said it. This is a completely different team than he played this year.
In the last time they played back-to-back, October 26th and October 30th.
2 different worlds, man.
In those games, Nikola Jokic had 25, 11, and 8. To Anthony Davis's 23, 15, and a block. He played 37 minutes in that one. AD played 36 minutes in their other matchup, 22, 14, and 5 with 2 blocks. Jokic had 31, 13, and 9 with 4 steals. So they're able to go off against each other, at least so far this year. But to your point, Nikola Jokic was playing Anthony Davis on a completely different ball club.
Right.
So it's going to be a fascinating matchup. We'll take a break. When we come back, Celebrity Birthday is brought to you by Crumble Cookies. We got what is the big national day today, and so much more as we wrap up. Maybe even a little crosstalk coming up right after this.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Who's to blame for the 5.4 earthquake we just felt?
That was freaky, man.
The Earth.
Tectonic plates are to blame, by the way, technically speaking.
Which is part of the Earth.
Sliding tectonic plates.
Part of the Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, but just lived through my first earthquake, so there's that.
My thought was, how professional do I need to be right now?
What weird world do we live in?
You guys really impressed me. It was very professional that you guys just kept it moving.
Did we make the right decision?
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Memorial Day is coming, and Elk Grove Kia has deals you'll never forget, like the hottest all-electric EV on the market, the luxurious EV6. Save big with lease specials of $10,000 below MSRP. Not just 1 or 2, but every EV6 in stock. EV's not your thing? Well, how about the sporty 2023 Soul GT line that you can lease for just $99 per month? Come look at all our exciting specials at Elk Grove Kia. Don't worry about credit. No credit, bad credit, charge-offs, repos. Don't worry. Our team has over 100 years of experience. Others say no. Elk Grove Kia says yes. $7,500 Kia lease cash plus $2,500 dealer discount equals $10,000 total savings for EV6 all in stock Kia finance credit approval required. Not all will qualify. $99 plus tax, 24 month lease, $10K per year, 20 cents per mile over, 0 security deposit required, $52.50 customer cash required, and signing residual of $17.71.95 subject to Kia finance through one approval. One of this payment GK 87812-1010533 offer expires 5/31/23.
Turn your highway into a smile way. Elk Grove Kia.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit KHTK.com.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Nope, that's a big fat lie. Katie Christensen, however, she too is a liar when it comes to who's the MVP. She will join us tomorrow morning. She'll be in studio with Jay and myself. Today is Jason Ross's birthday. He is not here. He is at Bandit Dunes. He checked in earlier, or more to the point, we harassed him into checking in.
Yeah, we kind of just blew him up on the spot.
So happy 58th birthday, Jason Ross. He will be back with us on Monday. Joining us right now for Crosstalk and taking the baton all the way till 2 p.m. today, it's Chris Watkins.
Hey, how's good?
And hey, Rami.
Gentlemen.
I've not seen
It's been a while.
I haven't seen you since the day Keegan Murray
This
was
has
drafted.
been, I've worked at a few.
Serious?
Yeah, no, that's
a fact.
That is actually true.
It's a fact.
I've worked at a few different radio stations, as you guys know in my time. And that's all afternoon guys and morning guys never cross paths.
No.
We live completely different lives and schedules. You just never cross paths.
What's your bedtime usually? Like, what time do you come?
Midnight, 1 is when I usually get into bed. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm kind of an early riser, though. I just don't sleep. I get up like between 7:30 most mornings.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes,
You
sir.
better take it the right way.
Yeah.
No, I know that's always it's a terrible lead up. It's a terrible lead up.
All right.
You joined a gym since you got here? Unless my eyes are wrong. I was a little jacked.
A little gun show happening.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. No,
It's not open carry in this state.
No, I've always had well, not always. I lost 135 pounds like 14, 15 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So exercise has been kind of a part of my life since I fluctuate.
Yeah.
I probably gained a few when I first got here,
Sure.
with the
Yeah,
move and everything that goes with it. But then, I've gotten more serious about it again recently. Yeah.
For people who've lost a lot of weight in their past, so my mom used to be big, and then she lost all the weight. Now we can't get her to eat enough. But she said there's always the big person inside.
Yes.
You feel that way?
Yeah. My sweet tooth is I still have dessert every night.
Yeah.
Every night after dinner.
Because the thing about that is you still got to live your life.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. No, my sweet tooth is the worst. That'll be the thing that'll always take me backwards.
Right.
Always.
That's the worst. If you get those
Chocolate,
cravings.
any gummy, candy. Oh my God.
Sugar, the most addictive drug in the United
It
States.
really is. Well, in honor of that, let's keep it healthy then with our first news story. Taco Bell wants to steal Taco Tuesday back from a smaller rival chain. They filed a petition Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, with the patent office to cancel the trademark owned by rival Taco John's for 34 years because they claim the phrase should be freely available to all who make, sell, and eat tacos. Didn't LeBron try this?
They wouldn't be doing this if Taco Bell was the owner. They would think the opposite if they owned the rights to Taco
Yeah, they would
Tuesday.
say this is
Yes.
ours. Yeah. I think I take Taco Bell's side on this.
I do too.
Taco Tuesday is such a prevalent thing.
Yeah,
It's just
you can't own that.
It's now a part of the fabric of America.
Can
really.
I just throw this
No, it
out
really
there?
is.
Alliteration be damned.
Do you know how many Caucasians love getting on IG to yell Taco Tuesday for culture?
You know what?
Taco Tuesday!
Honestly, if you did a Venn diagram of Taco Tuesday Caucasians,
Yes.
it's hump day.
Yes.
Like, it's a circle.
It really
it's a
is.
flat circle.
It's one color.
circle.
Right? Yeah. Oh, weather's hot, isn't it? Yeah.
Back down to hatches.
Hear me out.
Mondays, am I right?
Yeah, right. What was the Dennis Leary song? I can't say on the air, the A-hole song, but like he pretty much quoted all those things in it. What about Taco? Why can't we have Taco Thursday? It's 2 T's. Is it the alliteration with Taco Tuesday?
Yeah, it's the sound of Taco Tuesday.
The
Yeah,
Taco
it's that
Thursday.
hard T.
It's like the great value version of Taco Tuesday would be Taco Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I was Taco Bell, I'd do just that. I'd be like, if we can't get Taco Tuesday, screw
Right.
it. We're just gonna make, and we're the big dog. We get to decide what's
Right.
Taco Day, and it's Thursday.
We're
damn it.
trendsetters.
Just focus
Goes on
on
with Thirsty Thursday.
Focus on the Mexican pizza and keeping it here and not screwing
Right.
with the menu.
Yes, very true.
You're losing market share in Jack in the Box.
Right.
Basically, for the last 4 years, it's been like, we know you smoke weed.
Yeah.
We have food,
Yeah.
and it's cheap.
Yeah.
Munchie boxes.
And we're gonna come up with all the creative things
All
too.
of it.
Oh,
Triple melted cheese.
Right.
burgers.
Yes.
Munchie box, 420.
See,
What?
Jack in the Box, not a thing where I
Really?
used to
Really?
live. So I haven't tried Jack in the Box, and I haven't tried
No need.
Del Taco.
Oh, see,
Oh,
Del Taco is
also
my
no need.
favorite.
Okay.
They have the best taco sauce, I think, of any of the chains.
Okay.
Glad you asked, Robbie. So, yeah. Del Taco got my wife through 2 pregnancies. That's not a joke because they're also a Mexican or a Mexican restaurant. I don't know. They're not a Mexican restaurant. But
Right.
you get my
They
point.
serve burgers and stuff too,
They have,
right?
and
Really?
their fries.
I
They,
swear,
they
yeah.
have
Crinkle
crinkle cut
fries are
fries,
good.
and they're fantastic.
Really?
Yes. And then Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is like if somebody who had ADD while snorting cocaine created a fast food menu. It's everything. You're like,
I want to try it.
No.
I want to try it.
Yes, I'd like an ultimate cheeseburger. I'll also take some egg rolls.
Yes.
Let me get 2 tacos for 99 cents.
Yeah, not sure what that
curly
means.
fries and some cheesecake. They have the most eclectic fast food.
Really?
The
Yes.
menu is you have to turn the page. It's a big menu.
Now I want to go there.
Yeah.
You had Rami at cheesecake.
Yeah. Oh, I love cheesecake.
Guys, today is National Love a Tree Day.
Oh,
I don't know what they mean by that.
well,
It's not hug a tree.
we are in California,
Yes.
Fred.
Love a tree.
Love a tree. National Mimosa Day.
I love it. Shouldn't be
Celebrate.
on a weekday.
Yeah, why would you have Mimosa Day on a Tuesday?
That's
Can't be
a
on a
great
Tuesday.
point. Shouldn't be on a Sunday. Is it
Yes,
like
yeah.
brunches?
Yes.
And I don't drink, so I'm asking this with pure heart and soul, but are mimosas a girl thing? Because my wife goes out with her
I
friends
don't
and they all do
ascribe to
mimosas.
that anymore, Dave.
No.
Yeah,
I
is it
won't
just-
ascribe to that anymore.
Did you-
Right? I went through a White Claw phase. And
Ah,
people telling me they're pulling my
yeah.
man card because I'm
Yeah.
drinking. Pull my man card. I don't care. I like
couldn't agree.
mimosas.
Yep.
I like seltzers.
Ciders.
I like fruity cocktails.
Yeah, put fruit in my beer, it's fine. Who
That
cares?
actually have fruits in
Yes,
them. Put
yes,
fruits in
yes.
my cocktail.
Mimosas are terrific.
They are
also,
terrific.
White Claw, spike it with a little bit of vodka. Oh, buddy.
My man.
What is it with
Yes.
booze culture where, like, if you have fruit in your
Booze
drink,
culture? Is
no,
that a
no,
thing?
booze culture. Like, if you have fruit in your drink, that you must drive a Prius and you're very diminutive and all
I
that.
think it's
but
fine
if
if
you
you're
don't,
on the beach.
but then if you have a truck with flaps and flags and all that, that you can only drink like beer and whiskey.
I feel like you're using some very coded terms right now.
See, I don't prescribe to any of that.
but
I won't be put in a box.
Thank you.
exactly.
It's the
Here's what I'm at.
snobberism. If
Does
it
it
tastes
taste
good,
good?
does
Yes.
it get you drunk?
Yes.
Drink.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Tastes good. Makes me feel
Right.
good.
Yes.
Let's go.
That's what we're all here.
1-800-GAMBLER. Today's National Barbecue Day.
Oh, boy.
Now, you did not have Jack in the Boxes, but were your Carl's Jr.'s Hardee's where you live? Were you
yes.
that east?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's Hardee's. I think Dryers is also what? Eddie's. And Best Foods is Hellman's, I want to say, east of the whatever.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know about that.
Yeah.
It's the Super Bowl commercial with John Hamm and Allison Brie.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading a bunch of articles, and they were saying it was Hellman's.
Yes.
And then here, it was
Best
Best Foods, and I was like, I am confused. And that's when I
Yeah.
started to put the pieces together that we don't have Hellman's.
No,
out here.
it's that switch like with Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
yeah.
Best Foods the only mayonnaise, right?
Wait, what?
If you're going to get mayonnaise, there's no other choice than Best Foods. Do we agree
I
on
use
that?
Kraft olive oil mayonnaise.
I don't use mayonnaise.
Is anyone
I
here?
use mayonnaise as an adhesive.
Is anyone here a Miracle Whip person?
No.
No.
Good. Thank you.
No.
I honestly can't. I don't know if I could be friends with somebody that's a Miracle Whip. The Miracle Whip,
That's where you draw the line.
Miracle Whip's the devil.
Their slogan is literally, it's not mayonnaise, it's Miracle Whip. Yeah, and that's why I'm not using it, because I'm here for mayonnaise.
Okay.
Finally, National Classic Movie Day.
Define what year do we cut off
Let's say
classic?
black and white.
360. Okay, we're black and white.
Yeah.
Pre-60s?
I'd say pre.
See, I don't know, guys. This is one of those things that makes me feel old because like I grew up in the 90s. I was like in high school, college in the 90s, right? And at that time, classic rock was stuff from the 60s and 70s, right? And I still love classic rock.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys look at it, we're as far removed from 90s rock as we were then from 60s and 70s rock. So now the music I grew up listening to is classic rock, and I don't like that.
Nirvana's classic rock, buddy.
So our classic movies,
I feel like
from the 90s,
I was going to say 99 and lower might even make the tier at this point.
I refuse to accept that. Because, Rami, I do that.
Okay, 93, that's... If you go start at 93, that's 30 years. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
That means in 93, that would have been the equivalent of a film in 63.
Correct. And you would have looked at it at that age as a classic film.
And you realize that we're closer to the Persian Gulf War than at the Persian Gulf War we would have been to Vietnam.
Yes.
Don't do that to me.
I hate that
Don't
stuff.
do that to me,
It
Dave.
really makes me sad. On that note,
Chris is confused because
I don't know any of
he wasn't
that.
alive for any of that.
You guys didn't see a classic movie.
Yeah. Nate's over there in diapers going, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, I know.
It's for celebrity
Adam
birthdays.
Silver made me wear 'em.
Just wait till you get a random hair growing off your nose, Nate. It's coming.
Yep.
It's going to
It's
happen.
super
Or an
fun.
ear.
I have a gray hair in my beard now.
Uh-oh.
That really threw me off the other day. I was like,
boy, RP Watkins over here.
For real.
Speaking of old people,
Yeah,
celebrity
thank you.
birthdays.
Please.
Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together
Nothing.
better than Crumble Cookies.
That is
That
correct.
sounded like a real read.
That was smooth.
That's from the heart, yo.
I may have gotten an email from sales.
Yeah, I was like, that wasn't a made-up jingle.
That's from the top of our heads, y'all. Celebrity birthdays, back to you.
We ready?
Yes.
Megan Fox.
Oh.
Speaking of things I loved in the 90s,
Great point right there.
right?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Was she? What was she on in the 90s?
Huh?
Was it early 2000s?
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Transformers.
Was
Okay.
it Megan Fox?
All right,
I don't know
whatever.
if it was a rumor or not, and I hope I'm not being insensitive here.
Uh-oh.
Did she have a thing with her thumb or
Thumb.
something?
Yeah,
Was
that
I
that-
have
was
the
that-
same thumbs as her. I can't
So
believe
she
you
had
brought this
hammer
up.
thumbs. They
I got
call them
these
hammer
weird
thumbs.
thumbs. Everyone always bullies me for them.
What? Come here.
It's disgusting.
No, let's
Let's see him. Let's see him.
All right.
Let's see him.
Dude, is
Megan Fox.
who's looking at Megan Fox's thumbs?
Oh, it's like, nah, they're that bad. They
No,
are
they're
that
not.
bad. No, if you look at Megan Fox on the runway, yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, God.
Show them to the people, Nick. You got to show it to the camera.
Show the camera.
That was
right
a
up to the
bad-
camera.
No, those are fine. What's wrong with those?
We have completely lost.
Megan Fox is 42.
She's 37. Rami, Megan Fox's age.
It looks like someone grafted a big toe on your head. I don't know, 40?
40. What'd you say, 42?
42.
I missed most of them.
I'm 43. I'm 43.
Nate,
I'm gonna end the show early.
what's her age?
What's her age, Nate?
She's 37.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
well done.
Not a fan of Machine Gun Kelly.
Gosh.
I think she married to Brian Austin Green.
Oh
Yes.
man, we gotta get out of here.
What are you talking about? That's it? One celebrity
We can
birthday?
do one more.
Yeah, let's do one
Jackson.
more.
Who? Janet Jackson.
Oh, man. Have you guys seen her pinky toe?
Yeah.
Ah.
56?
55.
Ooh. I'll say 58.
54.
57.
Oh,
There you go. Hey. Is she the youngest of the Jacksons?
no.
Latoya's younger.
Okay. There you go.
Just be thankful you don't live in a time where people hitchhike, Nate.
Oh, my.
I'm just saying, can you imagine that? He'd never get anywhere.
Give the dude a thumbs up. Got up early this morning to do the show.
God bless you, Nate. We'll see.
Y'all are bullies.
Yeah, right? Exactly, Rami. For Rami, for
I don't know if there was this or the car thing.
for
You don't
yeah, hit
stop
by a
with that.
Prius once.
The Prius was looking at his thumbs.
Landed on Danny DeVito's star of the Walk of Fame. That's a true story. Chris and Rami next. Love you, bye.
Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy,
Purdy gonna throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel,
Debo 10, Debo touchdown!